He was going to assign something to Fred. I said, no, I can't have that. Fred will be overloaded. I don't think he can handle it.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't know. It was something very simple. It's like Stuttering John. Stuttering John, once a week, I asked him to, I said, now listen, I'm going to give you a job to do. If you can't do it, don't take it.
Now.
Say it now. No, I can do it. He said, give me the top 5 songs of the week. So I just turned over and I looked at, I said, okay, I'll do that next.
It's not there.
I'm looking at the date, June 24th. So I said, John, come in here. Where
are the top 5 songs?
Today. So I said, today, does that mean like in 5 minutes or like after the show? After the show. I said, well, what good are you to me? I mean, what are you to me? He goes, well, I'm really so sorry. I said, no, sorry's not good enough. I needed it now.
Why don't you take the job away from him?
I will. Gary, can you now assign that to someone else like Benji, who's competent?
This is the 3rd or 4th time he screwed it up.
Yeah.
It's John. I'm having this conversation with John. He's been telling me how it's been going great except for today.
Yeah, well, great.
It went great for a week.
Yeah. You know what? Just give it to Ben. John wonders why he didn't become associate producer. I mean, there's your answer.
Because he's John.
Because he's John. I mean, no offense. Who would give him a real job? I go, well, where is it? Today. I said, so you'll have it for me in a few minutes? No. I'll get the list today. I said, it's in any Billboard magazine.
It wasn't a top 5 last week.
No. That's what I said to him. Why didn't you have it on Monday? You should have had it Monday.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. John, you wonder why you're not the associate producer? When it came down to it, I just said the guy can't handle it. He's incompetent.
He'll sometimes tell me he can do Gary's job.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. Gary can barely do it. Let alone John.
John is his right-hand man.
Right. Oh, man. Anytime you have a question about your status on the show, look in the mirror. You'll see the reason. I mean, really, the guy's just a mess up. It's going great.
I just had a conversation with John, and it goes around in circles. And I'm not John. I'm not taking a shot at you, but it just goes around in a circle because he speaks to our music director, the guy Mike, right? So because I spoke to Mike yesterday, and Mike said he would have it ready, and I explained to John, it's not Mike's job.
Yeah.
And Mike doesn't care. It's not,
Yeah, Mike isn't here. He's not accountable.
Yeah, and Mike's not accountable. So
because John was trying to
it's always someone
Mike.
else's fault.
And then John goes, well, a new chart comes out on Wednesdays, and I said, John,
what about last week's chart?
When you leave on Tuesday, right? When you leave on Tuesday, before you go, he goes, Mike said he would have it ready. I said, if it were me, because I know how you could be with me, if it were me, I would say, if I have to go to the store and buy the top 5 records, I'm not leaving on Tuesday till it's ready.
You should just go on the internet. Right, go look up the Billboard.
He has the list. He doesn't have. He's waiting for Mike to pull the music.
Right, he knows the song.
Is that what it is?
I have a Billboard is bookmarked on my internet site, so
right.
that's easy.
Well, I don't know what he's doing.
And
just get him off it. All right?
Yeah, and it only changes like 1 or 2 recorts per week. The
right. I know it's the same songs.
Yeah, so
John
he doesn't have to pull new music all the time.
John has trouble doing one thing at the same time. So let's take that out of his hands.
And the only reason I'm riding John a little bit on this is because for this particular thing that we're talking about, this is probably the 3rd time we're doing this rap.
I know. Yeah, it's just annoying. It's just he's annoying. I find him very annoying.
But what I love about him is whenever you say, John, you didn't do it. Well, it's somebody else's fault.
Well, Mike.
And for the last 2 weeks, it was great.
Yeah.
But the third, 3 weeks ago, you messed up again.
You didn't say it. Don't worry.
You crazy woman.
I have to pass the buck.
Because you know what I used to have these funny conversations with John about that was really funny?
Yeah.
John would be late a lot, right?
Right.
So what he would do was, he'd be late, and I'd sit him down, and he would go, I'm hardly ever late. I go, you've been late like 3 times in the last 3 months. I'm hardly late. I go, well, that's a lot to me.
Right.
So then what John would do is he would come in on time for 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
And he would come by my desk, and he would go, I've been late in 2 weeks. And I would go, John, brag to me when you haven't been late in 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, the next day he's going to be late.
And that was the whole thing. After, inevitably, within a week after he bragged, he would be late.
Right.
And it was fog on the LIE. I woke up late.
Right.
I set my alarm.
Yeah, I mean, he's
blackout last
how
night.
can you rely on him?
Let me ask Jackie something. Did he leave John again yesterday?
You left him here?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Because John sometimes misses his ride home.
Oh.
I left my bag in the hall, so numbnuts would see it and realize I didn't leave. But
He's running through the halls. Did Jackie leave me again?
I would have, but I just...
Jackie leave yet?
It's great because I picked him up yesterday, and I come in like, I don't know, 5 minutes later than him, but he's supposed to be here, you know.
Yeah.
But he said at the last minute, he says, pick me up tomorrow. I said, okay. And as we came up, I guess Gary was just letting somebody in, so he was holding the door as we're coming through the lobby, and I was behind John, and John went past Gary, and he goes, my car's getting fixed. I had to ride with Jackie. And Gary's eyes did one of those Three Stooges' eyes roll around.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, because it still sort of annoys me. John's supposed to be in at 5:45. So yesterday he walked in at 5:06, as he did today, because he had to ride with Jackie, which is fine. Give me a call. Let me know. I'll get somebody else on the computer to get things started.
Right.
But he doesn't let me know. All he has to do is call the night before or from the road or Lotus Note me.
Yeah.
That's why we have
anything.
Look, I look at Lotus Notes first thing in the morning. It should say I should get a note from John.
Hey, where is John? Is he hiding?
Well, he must be, because he must know he's wrong, because if he was right, he'd be in here defending himself.
Right. He has no defense.
But he should send me a note
We
that
already
says...
did it for him.
He should send me a note that says, my car's in the shop, I'll be in at 5:55 tomorrow. And then I know what to do. I can,
You can make arrangements.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like tomorrow, John, will you be in at 5:45 or at 5:06?
Who knows?
I don't think he knows.
I'll see.
I have to tell you, though, Howard, John took a beating on Best Of. Some of the funniest radio I ever heard.
Really?
John and Stuttering Vic.
Yeah.
Oh, you tormented him.
I know.
You
That was
are
great.
so funny.
He was on a ledge for about a month.
Hey, John.
Let me just say one thing.
Yeah. No, seriously, man. I know everything turns into a bit, but, dude, I give you one little job to do. You can't even do
Don't
it.
give me one little job.
Yeah.
Go do a
But
lot
just
of
we
jobs.
took it out of your hands.
It's fine.
Yeah. Now you're all now you're relieved. We're on vacation.
No, we were on vacation. So when I got back,
right?
I'm wrong. I should have. I made sure they were here. I was hoping, because a new list comes out today. So, I figured that you.
I would have done it. I would have done it maybe Monday.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think you. I was hoping I would get a new list.
Well, I think what we were on vacation, but you're still on vacation.
We can't do
that's
a
not
show
true.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're still on vacation.
I'm really not, but it's okay.
You're good at a simple job, like answering the phone. That's your job.
Can I tell you, John?
That's unimportant.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Even in a situation like this, what I would have said yesterday to Howard was, hey, Howard, the new list comes out Wednesday. Can you wait, or would you rather have it tomorrow? And Howard would go, you know what? We'll wait. Or he would say, I'll have it tomorrow. Then you know.
Right.
I mean, talk to
No, you're
me.
right.
Give us an update.
It's fine.
All right.
As far as
Good
the other
job.
thing goes,
Good job.
whatever.
All right. Once again, great job.
Let him explain some more.
All right, go
No,
ahead.
it's fine.
What
As
other
far
thing?
as being late, I'm not really late. I don't know what. I don't know where it comes from. I mean, if I walk up in at 5:46, then Gary will use it as I'm late. But it's like
Sometimes you come in at 10. That's not the point. The point is, you came in at 5 of yesterday, which is 10 minutes late. And when the show goes on at 6 o'clock and you're here 15 minutes before, that's a lot. And all you got to do is let me know. Why wouldn't you let me know? In other words, you weren't late because you got stuck in traffic. You knew you were going to be late.
Well, I didn't. Jackie sometimes gets in here at that time.
So write me a note saying, I'm driving in with Jackie tomorrow. I may be a couple of minutes late.
John, is 5:46 the same as 5:45?
No, it's the same, but I'm just saying it's not like he makes it sound like I'm late, like I'm coming in at 6:30.
You only have 15 minutes to prepare to get on the air.
Yeah, but I'm prepared. I mean, when I come in, I just go to the phones. There's no calls until 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but you don't even know that sometimes I want to talk to you about things before you come in. Like you come in, if you come in at 5 up, you got to run right to that and do that. Sometimes you don't know the things I want to talk to you about. And I'm not saying you're late a lot now. You've actually gotten a lot better. But you used to be late all the time and brag after a week that you hadn't been late in a week.
But I also went 4 years without being late. You know what I mean?
In what lifetime was that?
Hey, I went 50
when
years
I
without
started
killing
here,
anybody so far.
I was the first one here for 3 years. I was here at 5 o'clock every morning.
I know, but John, I've been working here for 14 years, and I think I've been late like 3 times, mostly because there have been accidents.
No, you've had problems.
Howard, would you classify me as chronically late?
No.
Wait a second.
Gary gets in quick. So
if you come in here 1 minute, at past 5.
How would you know? You've never been here to know. I come in.
Yeah, I used to come. I was the first one.
But that's what you did then. I'm talking about.
But I'm saying you were late a lot. an exceptional amount of times then.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, that was your heyday. I'm telling you, you would wake up late.
John, for instance, say
that's when Gary was enjoying life, going out and going out late. And I remember there was times that you weren't in, and you would call in, and Howard would complain about it. You could pull tape of it.
Say I was late.
Yeah.
What's it to you?
It's not.
But don't talk about me. Let's talk about you.
No, but
in other words, why does your late?
You brought yourself up, Gary. You said I'm never late, so I'm just defending your statement. I mean, opposing your statement. So you brought up. I didn't bring in your tardiness. You did.
This is what it's like to have John as an underling.
I've had conversations with John, and I have to tell you, and he knows this, where we've been.
And John's married with a kid, everything in a house.
I've had conversations with John. We've got me so riled up while we were
This is where Gary earns his money.
No, I've had conversations with John. He gets me so riled up. We'll sit in the green room. He'll get me so riled up.
Right.
And he'll just it starts out with, hey, don't be late anymore. And then it escalates.
And then he'll go like, well, you're late.
And, and I've had conversations, and John knows this. And I go, John, you have to shut up sometimes and just eat it and just say, I know I'm wrong, and I won't do it again, and just shut up and go away. Because you get me angry.
Oh, wait, Gary.
It gets me angry.
Gary, you're missing the point that you like hearing yourself argue. Even if I say I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you'll say, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Let's talk about it again. Gary.
It won't stop. He can't stop.
I am telling you.
But.
Gary, wait a second.
No, come on, Gary. Your car's been in the shop.
So you know what? There are times you like to, if I say I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you just sometimes will just keep going.
How about just going, you know what, Gary, I won't be late again.
Yeah, I would.
And then it's done. It's done.
But, Gary, you think it's done to you right now on the air. I am telling you, I would say that to you.
It can't be over. I just want you to see that it's never over with John.
Because what? So I should take your false statements and not say anything about them?
Yes.
All right. Gary,
are you late or are you not late? You're late.
If I'm late, I would go, Gary, I'm wrong, I'm sorry,
Gary,
I'm late.
And
then I'll walk. Sometimes I'll go, no, that's not good enough.
Now you know why I took this television show. I'm hoping to get like new, sort of energy or new people or something. I don't know.
It's amazing.
Gary, I didn't realize I was going to be late with Jackie. I should have written you a note next time. I'll take care of it.
Right.
But I came in here and said that I was wrong. As soon as I got here, I said, yeah, I was wrong. I should handle that.
No, you said you were wrong about the billboard thing. You never talked about being late with Jackie. In fact, when I mentioned it to you, you still looked at me like I was crazy. You said you were wrong about the billboard thing. You never said you were wrong about writing me a note.
No, I should have wrote you a note.
Okay.
But, I mean, I do that all the time, and you keep going.
Shut up! You just said I was wrong.
I know, but
I didn't say a word. Just shut up.
The past. Sometimes I say I'm wrong, and you'll go, that's not good enough. Let's talk about it more, and you yell, and then I'm
John,
just like,
it's not the past. It's now. It's this situation.
Right.
You said it. Let it go.
On this situation, we'll let it go.
Oh, it makes me nuts.
Order in the court. The monkey wants to speak.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying, all right, tell you what, Gary. If I'm wrong, I'm just going to say I'm wrong. I'll never happen again. I'm sorry. And then we'll see if like that'll end it. If it ends it, then it'll end it. But I'm saying it won't. I'm saying that you'll keep going.
Has it ever occurred to you to try not being wrong?
Why are you including my history?
I'm trying to support your statement. No, I'm trying to refute you. No, wait.
He's planning on being wrong again and saying how I'm going to handle it.
No, I'm just.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I would love it for.
All right, so John, you're going to get. You're no longer in charge of the record.
If you,
you're no longer.
It's been going good for the last few months.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No.
Yes, Robin, you're so wrong. It's been going.
You are no longer in charge
Of anything.
of anything. That was the one thing you were in charge of.
That's not the one thing I
And
do.
the other thing is, Howard, he knew he was on the verge of losing his job.
Right.
Because you had almost taken it away from him before.
Right.
And he still
Can't get it right.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of other stuff too, Robin. It's not the only thing.
We all do a lot of stuff.
I know.
This is something with it that you never meet.
No, don't say the word never, because it's been
All right,
meant.
sometimes you meet it.
Tony, you're on the air.
Most of the time, I mean.
Howard,
Yes.
you know, you sound like the captain going down with the ship. I'm telling you.
I know.
It's like the Titanic, Bo.
Well,
You're losing it. You got to get rid of that loser.
Thank
you're
you,
right.
Tony.
All right, Tony.
Hey, John.
I hear you
no
loud.
wonder you couldn't go to California with Howard on the Magic Show.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that was your punishment.
Yes.
You are terrible.
This is John's way of punishing me. He doesn't have his work done.
Now you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Please.
Howard,
Sabotage.
flog him.
You whip.
Like I would do that.
something?
Yeah.
The hotel we stayed at, John, I'm not saying this just to goof on you. They're still talking about the pot smoking incident.
I know.
I'm a legend.
It'll never happen again.
It'll
never happen again.
I was thinking about it the other day.
Sure, go ahead and think. Think all you want. You're staying home.
It was me. It was Jackie. It was a bunch. I don't know how I'm the only one.
We're planning another California trip. I'll tell you how it happens.
Yeah.
I watched your behavior.
You enjoyed my behavior.
No, I did not. I sat at the pool. We had a great time. I was trying. You had a great time. I was sitting there having a great time and then cringing when you started in.
Started in by
when security had to come and start in searching the place, and people were complaining because people who were with me, and you with the wife and the kid and the entourage and the friends. I don't want all that. From now on, you don't have to.
But I just don't know why I'm singled out as the only guy.
John, you're the worst abuser of it.
Like I've ever.
You're the worst abuser of it. You're not Jackie. You keep putting yourself up with Jackie.
I'm not putting myself. I'm just saying.
You're not Jackie. Jackie's a writer on the show. I treat him differently than you. That's true.
You still can't hear that it doesn't matter. He's not talking to Jackie. He's talking to you. Forget about who else was there.
All right, then I'm asking you why, if there was 10 people smoking pot in the cabana, why am I
you were the instigator. You brought everyone over to smoke pot.
My pot.
You're a guy that I really was marginal whether I would bring you or not. So not only do I let you in for once and let you stay at the hotel, that wasn't good enough for you. The wife had to be there. The 65 friends, the baby. The pot,
it wasn't my
the laundry, the parking incidents, people eating, no one paying.
No, I paid extra.
It's just it's too much for me. It becomes too much. It's too much for me. It's too much for me.
In your head, just want you to know one thing.
Right.
My bill was no larger than anybody else's, and I paid.
Here we go.
Just because don't at least know the truth of it.
All he knows is that he got stuck with a bill.
John, everywhere you go, there's a disaster in the wedding.
It never happens until you're there.
Can I just jump in for a second, John? What I would do at this point, knowing that the boat is going down and there's no way I'm going to save myself, I would just say...
Isn't this a radio show? I mean,
I would just say, Howard,
to help the bit. Yeah, you would shut
This
up.
is no bit to me.
I would say, Howard, you know what?
It seems like one.
That'll never happen again. And just like...
You know how many times I've said that, Gary?
Oh, I've said it. It never will happen again.
I've apologized. I've said it won't happen again.
Hold on.
And he doesn't let it die.
It never will happen again.
Howard, it'll never happen again. But... And then there's
no, you're out of your mind. I've apologized so many times.
John,
it won't happen again.
John, I agree with you. It never will happen again.
Well,
not while I'm around.
Fine. Like, I've been such a bad guy to you that you should now pull me from everything because of one incident.
It will never happen again.
All right, fine.
That's all.
Fine.
That's all.
Fine.
I took you along. I saw what goes on with the circus that is Stuttering.
You've taken me on 30 times.
Yeah, but never stayed with you.
Yeah. This is the first time I let you into a hotel.
Yes,
I always put you in a different hotel.
I've been at the hotel all the time. You've never had an incident. Yeah. This time...
No, not... What about emptying out all the mini bars the first time we took you?
that was a big thing. Come on.
What?
I didn't empty everyone's mini bar.
Okay. You didn't go from room to room emptying mini bars.
You know, Howard, that's...
Okay. All right, I'm wrong.
I've drinking beers on the trip. I'm guilty.
I'm drinking beer.
Please.
Can I use your phone? I got to call Alaska.
In all fairness to John, the first time he stayed in the hotel, he didn't realize you had to pay for what was in the mini bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's when he started mooching off of other people's mini bars.
Oh, you have to pay for this? I'll go to Howard's room.
It's such an innocent thing that I get you some,
Everything's innocent.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, like, you busted me. So one time I was bad on a trip. Been on 30, 40 trips, and now...
All I know is I go out to the pool to relax. I've got Stuttering John's Flying Circus.
There was a party.
There was a party going on. And these waiters are coming over. No one's getting tipped.
Oh, that's...
All of John's friends are there. All of John's wife's friends are there. The baby is there.
This actress and that is that. Oh, my friend.
And this one and that one. And I'm like, I can't believe what's going on here. And with the food. And I said, boy, oh, boy, look at what's going on. Catering going on. I'm looking around. I'm shocked. And I'm going, I'm getting nervous because I'm looking back because nobody's getting tips.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's being served.
I left the nice tip.
The guys are jumping through hoops.
You're jumping through hoops, and every minute people complain. One friend's, my drink isn't right, and I'm like, they're all. He doesn't realize they're all associated with me.
Yeah,
that's so rude.
He thinks that they know they're with John. They see me sitting there. It's me.
Do you believe in forgiveness?
Why did they come over to me with the bill? I was sitting there minding my own business.
Do you believe in forgiveness?
Yeah. They walked right over.
Oh, is that because you ordered and everybody...
I ordered nothing.
That's BS.
Nothing.
You ordered lunch.
I ordered a separate lunch that I paid for. I had nothing to do with your friends. No, I paid for mine.
I have the printout of it. What?
Howard was staying at the hotel.
Listen.
He went to the pool to relax.
Yeah. Do you understand? I didn't relax because of you. I missed out on my
I
relaxation.
had such a good time. I can't believe this.
Oh my
He's
God!
telling you how you felt.
He told me I had a good time.
You didn't have a
I
good
was
time?
not having a good time. I was not.
All right, so then I apologized. I said it wouldn't happen again.
Why do he make me? He's telling me I had a
Can't you
good
let
time.
it die?
Don't
I mean,
you
it's
know
one
you had a good
incident.
time?
I apologized. I said it was wrong.
Do you think they were waiting on you hand and foot because you're John?
Howard, of course not.
Of course not. So why do you think they were waiting on you hand and foot?
Wait a
I
second.
make an observation.
If I go to a restaurant and I order food, they do wait on your hand and foot.
Nah, not the way they were waiting on you at the Four Seasons. What is it?
He wasn't late getting to the pool.
No, that he wasn't.
You know,
He wasn't.
now, let me ask you a question.
He was right
Why
on
can't
time.
you just
I think he
forgive
was
and
early.
forget?
Yeah.
Can't you just forgive and forget?
John with the carrying on. It was and I just said, you know what? I took this guy out to work, so it would be
And I
easier
worked.
for me, and it wasn't
It
easy.
wasn't easy.
It was very difficult. These guys with the wives and the whole thing, the entourage. I never saw anything like
And
it.
the no parking bill
Might not have been so
payment,
bad if he
all
had
kinds
with
of
the
things.
wife. But then it was 50 friends and
Then the $2 billion laundry bill.
Yeah.
It was 4 friends, and you know what? Let me just say something.
oh.
I paid for my wife to fly. It was nothing. It was just
Tell your wife to go. What is your wife doing today? Tell me the truth. What is your wife doing today?
she's with the baby.
Yeah. Why doesn't she fly to California today? Why does she have to be there with me?
Howard.
What?
She's lived in LA. She's got a lot of friends there.
She lives in L.A.?
She
No,
has
why
lived there.
You.
Yeah, so tell her to go today. Why
have
did you
a
have to go
party
when I
at
go?
their house.
You mean when I go to L.A., she's got to go?
I'm not-
I don't know your wife. I don't
I'm
want
not
her in
the
my
only
life.
one who
I don't
brought the
want your
wife, and
wife
it
in my
wasn't-
life.
Here
And it
we
wasn't-
go again with he's talking to you.
I'm
Forget
talking to
other
you.
people's
Why
wives.
did
All
you
right,
check
so then
with
I've
me?
apologized. I've said I was wrong.
I show up. It's
Why can't you
it's
forgive
whole
and forget?
family. It's the John Melendez family.
You know, we've all, dissed each other in some way. We all forgive and forget.
Oh, I haven't
You
dissed
know,
you at
Now
all.
he's telling you what we all do.
Right.
We've all had we've all had squabbles. Now I'm apologizing.
Oh, please.
Just let it go.
I want to hear that word he was going.
His wife lives in California.
No, she has, and she had friends there. So when I was
So
going,
why doesn't she go today?
all right, so we made a mistake. We
And
won't
why
do
didn't
it
you
again.
stay with them?
But I
They all
apologized. I mean,
pile over
What
What
makes
do
you
you
think?
blood? You want
What
blood?
makes you think I want to see your wife?
And they're
Howard,
friends.
come
Really?
on.
Well, I didn't take you so I could see your wife.
But I'm saying I'm wrong. What else do you
He
want?
thinks I'm involved with his wife. I
Guess
got to be
what?
there with
The
him.
party's starting.
Yeah. Hey, the wives are here. I don't want wives. I don't bring my wife. I don't want my wife there. I'm working. I'm focused on what I got to do.
I got you.
John's partying.
Listen,
Hey, next time I got to go do a trip, why don't you schedule a family reunion? We can have it right there at the pool.
Free.
Yeah.
Howard, and I hope you know there was no, I wasn't doing anything trying to, get you mad. It wasn't like I was trying to.
But you don't think.
Your
Laura,
usual behavior could get anybody mad.
Yeah, you don't think about others. You only think about yourself.
You know how he was talking about Jackie on the plane the other day? That's also you.
Yeah, you're the same.
Give me a break.
That's why you identify with
I would have
Jackie.
been asleep in
Wait
2
a second.
minutes.
Did you not say to me when we were out there in the office, "What's the big deal about putting your seat all the way back?" That's something like that.
Well, yeah, because listen.
Because maybe the guy behind you has no leg room.
If your airline makes the seat go back a certain way,
Dude.
then you should be allowed to do it.
Dude, Jackie was on.
That's why
No, but-
it's
But sometimes sometimes you look at your surroundings and go, you know what? It's like you go to the movies, and they sell popcorn and soda and stuff, and some people throw it on the floor, and some don't because it gets real sticky. It's sort of like, the seat goes all the way back because if no one's sitting behind you, you can go all the way back. But if you see somebody sitting behind you, maybe you go, you know what?
Go a little bit.
Maybe I'll just go halfway. Or maybe, you know what? The
I didn't
windows
think you
on the
could go
plane.
halfway.
The windows on the plane, they put them there so that you can see and stuff. But maybe when the movie's showing, you put them down as a courtesy
Howard,
to other
that's
people.
yeah, but let me ask you a
But
question.
if
If you put your seat back, how about the guy? If the guy behind you has his seat back, then
well, that's what's called courtesy. You look at your surroundings.
Well,
Like I said to John, I always put my seat all the way back, and then I bring it back 2 notches because I don't want it to be all the way back. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah. Well, if you know there's another guy behind you, you know you're in his
Somebody
lap.
else there.
But you and Jackie, you're entitled.
Yeah, sometimes people go to a family park and
He
they
did
take
it. He
care
got
of
me
it,
involved.
and
Yeah.
they clean up after
give me a
themselves.
break.
Other
Got
times
me under the
they
umbrella.
pee in
I'm
the
not
park
going
and
down
get
all-
arrested.
Right.
It's
just an unawareness that you have
no,
of
it's
other
not that.
people.
I'm very courteous to other people, but I just thought that if you
No,
have
You're not.
But like,
You
I'm
go
the
up
coach,
there,
so
there's a bunch of old
coach's
women.
seat doesn't go back.
There's a bunch
that
of
far.
old women sitting by the pool, but John has to make a statement. I'm now going to smoke pot. So John goes into the big tent
I
and
was
calls
making a
everybody
statement.
over.
I didn't want to just have fun.
Yeah.
I was making a statement.
John, you could smoke anywhere.
Any old broads want to get
But you
up?
got to smoke in front of Howard because Howard's your daddy, and you want to show daddy you're going to be rebellious
In
today.
the cabana with the door closed.
Yeah, in the cabana, it's a tent. You don't
Yeah.
think anyone could smell that? Security smelled it. People were complaining by the pool, and you're with me. And how does that make me look?
it shouldn't make you look at anything because you're not doing it. It's me.
I see. But then you're done smoking and you come back over and you're giggling.
Would they arrest you if I got caught with pot? No. They would arrest me.
It's not about being arrested.
But
the only reason they didn't have you arrested is because you were with me.
It should reflect you. It's me.
It does reflect me. You're with me. Yeah. That's the point.
So every action I do, I reflect.
Yes.
If you got arrested, would the headline say John Melendez arrested or Howard Stern employee?
Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show?
Yeah. They could say
a bunch of people around the pool with me. They all go in and start smoking pot. And there's a bunch of women there and stuff, and they're complaining. Their kids are there and stuff. And then you don't think that they're going to lump me in with the crowd I'm with?
This goes back to the original argument. Your own friends are smoking pot, but I'm the only one you're going to yell at. It's just ridiculous. No, but it's just what? If you're going to take this much time.
I've talked to Jackie about it. I have.
And it ain't only Jackie. It was a bunch of people on the show who were smoking pot.
No, it was a bunch of people.
And I'm the only guy who
it's a bunch of people who don't work for me. It was all your friends.
BS. That's
all
BS.
your friends.
There was 10 of us from the Stern Show that was smoking pot. I'm not going to mention names.
Who were the people?
I'm not going to mention.
I saw you.
Yeah, okay.
And I saw you inviting everyone into a tent because you were throwing the big party out there.
I would say there was it wasn't only me from this show smoking pot in that.
Oh, I suppose Fred was back there.
But you saw it.
Fred wasn't back there.
Well, Fred doesn't smoke pot.
People? No.
John, all I know is they complained to you. They were complaining about you.
I'm the ringleader.
You were with me, and you know what, man? It's never going to happen again.
Fine, but
You're not going on any trip with me, and neither is your wife.
Howard, I've apologized. I've said it would never happen again, but you're going to now not forgive me.
Of course it'll happen again. John, you're John. You don't even know putting your seat back all the way is bad.
But you know why it won't happen?
You don't know.
And Coach, the seat doesn't go back that far.
You make me look bad.
No, if I knew at first class put you in the other guy's lap, I wouldn't have done it.
Right. But you wouldn't have looked.
And Coach, it goes back 2 inches.
No, you're never going with me anywhere again.
Well, see, that's
so you can't embarrass me.
Cruel. It's so
cruel. And
cruel.
part of the reason, John, is your attitude.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Robin, I've apologized.
No, it doesn't. You don't apologize. You don't mean it.
No, I do mean it.
Listen, understand what he's saying.
Do you think if we went away again that I would bring anybody?
Absolutely.
You're out of your mind.
You want to know something?
You're out of your mind.
It'll never happen anyway.
Fine.
It's a moot point.
Fine.
You had your opportunity. You had a chance.
And I've only done
and you totally abused
40
it.
flights with you guys. No problems. I do one.
You assumed there were no problems.
And I apologized, and you won't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing a therapist, but you can't forgive me for this.
No. All I know is.
You're out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
All I know is.
If I apologize and say I'm wrong, and I've done 40 trips,
I know
and I've been good, you take this one trip and won't forgive me for it.
All I know is.
It was so bad, Johnny. Can't forget.
It was so bad. It's just, you know what? I don't need the aggravation. There are enough people who want to go with me.
Do you see what a cruel person you are right now?
That's not cruel.
You are the cruelest
Why is that cruel?
person alive.
Why is that cruel?
Because
I'm letting you know exactly where you stand.
Mistake.
No, you've made many.
On a trip. I have never.
Should we go back to the Stuttering John book deals?
Oh,
all right. So don't say you've made one mistake.
I would never do a deal without
all right. Using my name.
Oh, you're
all right. Thank you.
It's
enough.
And any deal I do is this. You are not allowed to mention Howard Stern's name.
That's right.
But I abide by every one of your rules. Every rule
now you do.
I abide by.
I had to break you like a dog.
I would never do a book deal without talking to you about it first. You're
like a Bronco.
Look at him. He's bucking.
I'm scared around here. It's like the firm. You think I would ever
John, you're in here because you're in trouble and you're screaming at Howard that he's out of his mind.
And he's crazy.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
No. You're crazy because you won't forgive me.
Let me tell you something. If Mel Karmazin, the head of CBS, took you on a trip with him, number one, I guarantee you never would have brought your wife. You never would have brought your friends by the pool. And you never would have smoked pot in front of them. Am I correct or am I wrong or am I right?
You're right.
Okay.
But
so
I'll
you
tell you
can't
why.
give me the same respect?
Howard, I'll tell you why.
Right,
I don't hang out with
Goodbye.
Mel Karmazin.
You don't hang out with Howard.
Well, I'm more on a social level with you than I am with Mel.
You are.
Oh.
And I'm bigger than Mel. And you're going to sit there and diss me?
He's on a social level with you? You have him over to the house?
Never. I've never had him over.
What social level? This is
Howard.
Remember when I invited everyone to my daughter's bar mitzvah?
Yeah.
Did I invite you?
I still don't think you
No.
did. No,
so you're not on the social level?
No, I just think that was
right.
horrible.
So you're not invited.
Yeah, we've
so you're not even on the social level.
Howard.
You broken bread where?
At your house. I've been to your other parties.
I brought you. Well, how many years ago did I have that party?
I don't know. And you've been.
Have I ever had you back since?
Yeah, I've been back
When?
to your house since.
When?
I went there to deliver stuff to you.
Yeah, all right. You call that on a social level?
I've hung out.
You have the same relationship. You have the same relationship with Howard that the FedEx man has.
That's right.
I don't see Jackie there either. I don't see everybody there. You know,
That's
it's not like,
right.
I mean, that's your own little
That's
world
right.
over there. But
That's
So
right.
he's not on a social level.
I'm not on a
with you.
social
I
level
deal
with
with
you.
you on an everyday basis, and we have laughed together. We've had
Tell
fun
me
together.
what it is.
You
Howard,
I'm
we've
funny,
gone
of
to
course you
movies
laugh.
together. You know, I mean, it's, we've seen movies.
You glide your way in.
Oh,
You go to the
Howard,
movies together.
it's like I've been here for 10 years. I've been your servant for 10 years.
Right.
No, seriously.
You are my servant.
I
That's
have
right.
worked hard for you for 10 years. Give me a break every now and then.
You're well paid.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm well paid. I make less than the guy who flips hamburgers at McDonald's.
Yeah, a guy does.
So I mean, so at least for these little
Guy
things.
does hamburgers, does it right.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, I do a lot of things right here on the show. I do a lot of good jobs.
You wanted that order today?
You know, I work at home for the show.
Arnold, you're on the
I
air.
mean, give me a break.
Arnold, you're on the air, yes.
You need to drop that loser.
All right, Arnold.
You've given him too many opportunities.
Okay.
I think that you should seriously consider putting Stuttering John on probation.
Thank you.
I've been on probation.
Yeah, we did put you on
Double
probation.
secret
Well,
probation.
how did he get out of probation?
I gotta ask
not.
you. Listen, I ask you permission for every single thing I do. I do everything that you want me to do. If you say don't do something, I don't do it.
All right,
I mean,
listen.
come on.
All right, that's enough of this.
I'm trying.
You're bringing up a sore point.
Please.
Be quiet.
A sore point. All I'm saying
Yes.
is I'm trying
Why
to
did
be
we
a good
suspend him?
employee.
I forget.
Suspend me. You
I
suspended.
know Gary had him on probation for a while.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It was some
He refuses to accept responsibility.
Oh, like I don't, Howard. I do so many things that
All
are
right, all right. Thank you,
responsible for
John.
a lot of the jobs.
Thank
All right.
God you tell us.
someone who's a bigger idiot than you, John, is telling me we've haven't broken in a half hour. So that should make you feel good.
Thanks, Howard.
All right, thank you. All right.
But if I went, whatever. If I went away with Tom, I would bring my wife.
Would you have smoked pot in front of Tom and on the, at the Four Seasons Hotel? Would you have gone in the tent while Tom was sitting with you?
In the cabana?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, sure. Okay, John. Cabana. He's making like a cabana. There's a tent right at the pool.
Cabana.
There's no cabana.
It's like it's a building.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't
you
think
close
everybody
the
knew what you were
doors.
doing in there? Would you have done that in front of Tom? No. Tell the truth, John. You know you wouldn't do that for a second.
I've
You
done.
know that
I
Tom
drink
would
in front
fire
of Tom
you?
also.
I drink
Was
If
it?
at a
he could,
party.
he would fire you.
If Tom could, he would
Yeah.
fire me? I think Tom likes me.
No, Tom would have fired you a long time ago, but I went in and I said, look,
But I
I
appreciate
protected your job.
I appreciate
I
it.
said, you
He
guys
doesn't
stutters.
even know that. He thinks now Tom's his social
Yeah.
buddy.
I think Tom's a nice guy.
Tom's a very nice guy, but he hates you.
He
I don't
would
think he
fire
hates
your
me.
butt.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
does.
think he
He's
hates
talked to me about you. Thinks you're a moron.
I don't think he
And
thinks
Tom's a moron. When another moron calls you a moron,
Look at the scale.
yeah.
I think it's,
Look how deep this whole thing goes.
I do think it's funny that John thinks that you might smoke pot in front of Tom because I think Tom would be outraged.
Tom would have fired
Tom
you.
would fire you.
See, the only reason I think is I think I might have smoked pot when I was hanging out with
I
Tom.
doubt that.
No, I'm
Where, at a
serious.
party?
At one of our broadcasts, maybe.
Or you smoked pot at a broadcast
No,
in
no,
front of Tom?
No, not in front of him, but in another room, I think. I don't remember.
I think that John thinks Tom knew. Tom,
At the Who concert a long time ago, I think I might have.
And Tom was smoking with
I
you.
think I passed Tom a
That's smart.
And Tom was
I'm
smoking
kidding.
with you?
Now you think.
I'm kidding.
Was
but
Tom smoking with you?
No, Tom didn't smoke with me. I'm
Oh, he
kidding.
was doing
Ecstasy.
Tom was doing acid.
Tom was busy yelling, Pete, we love you.
Was he? Oh, how embarrassing.
God.
Oh, what a nerd.
Lit up too.
I would have smoked the joint.
I was getting douche chills.
All right. Is that what he did?
Yeah, he was yelling. He was sitting next to me, and we were like,
What was his son there? He was trying to show his son how cool
No,
it
we
is.
were 400 feet away from the Who, and he was out the window going, Pete, we love you.
Oh,
And
what
After
an
that,
ass.
he turned to me and said, "Which one's Pete?"
Oh, man. What? Oh, yeah.
Tom, that
That is a lie? You didn't yell out Pete?
Oh, Tom, I
did not?
swear, may I drop that? It's been a memory that's been embedded in my brain because
I love the Who.
Pete.
you yelled,
I love the Who.
Tom,
If you had seen John smoking pot at the Four Seasons,
in a cabana with the doors closed.
it's not a cabana, it's a tent.
Well, no,
It's a
but
flap on a tent, and security had to come up. Wouldn't you have fired him?
See ya.
Right. Would have been gone, right? Yeah. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
wait a second. If
I
I'm
just
not
want to hear his
working-
answer.
Wait, Tom.
Here he
Hold
goes
on
with
a
another
second.
justification.
If I'm on my own time, I'm not working.
Flap was on a company trip.
That's right.
All right, so in other words,
company
any
trip.
action I do, even when I'm
Well,
not working,
you're on the road
okay.
for the company. You're on the road for the company.
So
He
then,
doesn't
so
get
then
it.
you would fire
He
Jackie
doesn't
too?
get
Be honest.
it.
In a heartbeat.
All right.
He wants to fire Jackie anyway.
He fire Jackie now for nothing.
But Howard, can I just say one thing? I've
He
apologized.
doesn't even want it. He don't care about
I said
that.
I was wrong. Let's just. I mean, it's a mistake
But
that I made.
apology accepted. You've
Fine.
proven yourself, and you're not capable of going on a trip
All
with
right.
me.
How about all the trips that I've gone on that I've
You
excelled?
were borderline.
You weren't that great.
Oh, excelled.
All right.
Please.
Excel.
Yeah. I've done
Where
some
did you
great
excel?
interviews on trips that
All
we've
right.
gone on.
Well,
Got
you'll
some
do it.
great material for
Well,
you.
now we have Gary Garver out there, so
Oh,
he'll do it.
good. Not many else gives me.
All right. All right. Thank you, Stuttering John. Thank you, Tom Chisano. And there you have it.
The Stuttering John show.
I'm sorry that it took so long.
Yeah, it was a bad bit.
It's no bit. It's not a bit with me.
Okay.
Go roll one up, John.
All right. Thank you.
Well, I will say I don't smoke
Can't stop.
weed on
No.
this job, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't come in smoking.
You
a dude.
should, because then you'd have an excuse.
I got no problem with people smoking weed. Just don't do it like we're at the Four Seasons, a nice hotel, they're treating us well, and you know you can't smoke by the pool. You know you can't.
I figured the Cabana
You
would
know
be
that, and the place
private
was
area.
packed. It was packed.
With
There he
us.
goes again.
No, with other people. Who do you think complained?
It's such inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, I mean the
but
security.
Tom, I've admitted it.
Seriously, it is.
Absolutely it is.
Well, I mean,
But John's trying to show off to me because I'm his dad.
no,
think you
I've
didn't
said it was
forbid
wrong,
it
and then
would be
again, let's
okay.
end it though. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna, whatever.
All right.
I've
You know what? Let me be outrageous. All right. You don't have to be
I
so
wasn't
outrageous.
trying to be
All right,
outrageous.
sure.
I was trying to get high.
Yeah, you can't get high downstairs. You couldn't move downstairs and get high.
Or go to your room.
Right. Couldn't do it. You had to show everyone you get high.
No, well, if it was just
You know,
me, I
how
would've,
old are you
but
now?
everybody else.
How old
is
are you
there.
now?
Everybody else.
How old are you now?
I'm 32.
And you still have to show people you get high?
No, I
You're
wasn't
32
trying.
years old, dude.
I think pot should be
Well, you know what? When
legalized.
you're 19, you want to show everyone you get high.
I think we should all be able to
You're
smoke in the
32,
street.
you want to get high, go to the privacy of your room, smoke a
You
little
got it.
doob, and get the hell out
I
of there.
told you I would. I told you I would.
Yeah, now you will, because you're going to be home when I go away.
Fine. Then I'll be home.
Yeah. You know what it is? You think, say, Howard's an outlaw, I'll be cool.
What a liability.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are.
Howard, hold on. Let me say one thing.
You know what? I'd rather
Nothing.
smoke pot and get busted. I'm going to end up getting busted for your pot smoking.
We've smoked pot in public places
Smoking
before.
pot.
We've smoked
Me
pot.
and you. We've smoked pot in public.
Where have I ever smoked
I'm not
pot
going
in
to mention.
public?
I'm not going to mention.
That's a lie.
Oh, it's not a lie. Oh, it's not a lie. And we would have gotten in trouble for that. But you
Excuse me,
did it.
Howard.
You did it.
I can't understand why you're hanging out with him at all.
Robin?
Never be anywhere but
Robin?
in this studio with this crazy man.
Robin?
All right.
Robin.
Robin, yeah,
Robin, let me
okay,
say
you're
something.
calling me crazy.
Do you notice, since
Look
what
at the
happened at
pot
the
calling
Four
the kettle black.
Seasons,
Don't ever.
am I ever with him?
Never.
Never.
Oh, yes, we've been together.
Oh,
after that.
then don't let it happen.
Thank you.
But,
Please.
Thank you, because it's going to only end in disaster.
Dangerous person.
Oh, because
right,
I
thank
smoked
you.
pot with a bunch of
Oh,
other people
here
on the
we
show?
go.
No, not the
Dangerous.
You're
pot.
out of your mind.
All right.
He's a dangerous human being.
Let's
Oh,
take
I'm
a
dangerous.
let's take a
Yeah,
break.
Howard and I have killed
I'm
people
dangerous.
together.
Okay, you've only left almost every intern in the place
Yeah.
crying, but I'm dangerous.
What other felonies have you and I committed while we're at it?
Really?
Okay,
we
thank
did
you.
an
Have you
abortion
two
together.
robbed banks together?
I've smoked pot with you, but in very private places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
in
they're
private.
also, okay.
But they're also going to be blabbed on the air by you.
Yeah. Oh, dope.
Give me a break, Robin.
I would like to give you a break.
All right, let's take a break. Let's give everyone a break.
We've shot heroin together.
What's in the news?
Well, of course, Leona Helmsley is in the news.
Hey, Gary, get Leona on the phone. You know, he's busy
Why
giving
is
me...
he so harried out there this morning?
Because, I don't know. You know why? Because the Rolling Stone guy is here, and despite what everyone might think around here, he has this fantasy that if he keeps coming in every break and sort of like being part of it, he's going to be a
In
big
the
part of the
article?
article. Gary Delabate, his assistant, comes in. He seems to be more useful than the two writers on the show. In fact, he comes in and offers ideas, and keeps he's sort of Howard's really the visualizer of the whole program. He's out there finding out what's going on and feeding Howard constant ideas. You know, and it's not going to happen. I mean, David sees through him.
I walked out there just a second ago,
Yeah.
and he ran into the office, and he said, "All right, time out, everyone."
Yeah, he's only hoping that David will walk by and he'll be in the middle of doing something neat.
Why don't you guys all just drop, especially you?
Who?
You.
Who, Robin?
Trying to help you out. I swear to God, man. Why don't you guys just cut it out?
David, write this down. Gary is a load.
Yeah, David, do me a favor. Leave my name out of the article.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're not putting on too much of a. You're not showboating enough here.
Imagine me trying to help
Howard,
you.
I don't believe we'll be able to drink at the party. I've been.
I don't give a crap, man.
I've been
It's your
studying.
job.
I've been studying some legal.
yeah,
Gary,
I got my books out.
I'm pretty confident I could get another job in about 5 minutes.
Well, good.
I'm pretty confident you couldn't without me.
Excuse me for
Except
thinking
working
of
in
you.
the ice cream truck.
Excuse me for thinking of you.
No.
No, I'm only thinking of myself. I'm a
you
selfish
don't think
moron.
of me. You are a selfish
Leona
moron. You know why?
Helms is on the phone.
You know why you're a selfish moron?
Why?
I'm going to explain it to you. Then
Oh,
you're
yeah,
going to walk
because I'm
out
so
of here.
stupid, I can't figure it out.
You know why you're stupid?
Why? Because I'm a moron.
On the air, you get on the air, you're explaining, no, actually there's no liquor. Listen to the tape of yourself. What a moron.
Okay, all right, so I screwed up. I was
Off
trying to
the
do the
air,
right
you
thing.
tell me that stuff if you thought about
I
me.
was
Get
trying
out
to-
of here. Get out.
No.
Out. Leave. In front of the Rolling Stone guy. Leave. Leave with those big teeth of yours. Leave. How dare he? And now he's being defiant because the Rolling Stone guy is here. See, everything's for the Rolling Stone
Leona,
guy.
yeah,
I'm not
everything's-
doing this article in the Rolling Stone because you get defiant.
You're not an absolute
Do you understand
jerk
the
to me
difference?
any other day
Do
of
you
the week
understand
except
the
for today.
difference?
You're not showing off for him yourself.
Hey, do you understand the difference? Do you understand the difference of why you did wrong? You don't even know what you did wrong.
I
You didn't
thought
tell
I
me
was doing the
off
right
the
thing.
air.
I screwed up. Cut me a break.
No, get out of here.
Here,
Please
take
leave.
it. Leona Helmsley's on
Get
the
out of
phone.
here. Get out. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
That's about the 6th or 7th time this
Go make
week.
your mortgage payment. Get out. Idiot. What an idiot. I don't believe you can drink alcohol. He announces it on the air. That's good. Ruin the whole show. Now for sure we won't be able to drink. I don't believe we'll be having any alcohol.
There will be no alcohol in here.
Yeah, but he doesn't get why he's an idiot. He tells it on the air. He didn't tell me off the air. He sits there all morning with nothing to say. He gets on the air. He thought of it. He brainstormed.
And of course, he would think that you were talked to by the people at the station who
Right.
had a concern because you're still announcing it on the air.
Yeah, and I'm such a renegade. I'm disregarding what the people warned me about at the station. David, I don't care if anybody gets this, as long as you get it. You understand that he did wrong, right? For the article.
He's nodding his head.
No, do you understand what... I want to make sure the guy from Rolling Stone understands what Gary did wrong, so he doesn't write down that I'm a total dick. Do you understand my point is? He gets on the air and says no drinking, therefore ruining it because now it's become an issue on the air. All he had to do, if he really wasn't selfish, he would have told me off the air. He would have told me a day ago that he had this conversation with... Do you understand that? So I'm being reasonable here, right? Please say yes.
Yeah.
I want to have a vocal record of this. All right?
With you now.
All right, so David from Rolling Stone understands why. In other words, my show is important to me because people are drinking, they get wacky, okay? Now, if he comes in here and says, oh, no, there won't be any drinking, and there's a cover-up thing, and I don't know anything about what he's doing, who the hell is he to be doing this? Do you understand that? Thank you, David. Just say yes out loud, please.
Yes.
Okay. This article's going to give me a heart attack.
It's been a tough morning.
The only one who's making a big deal about it is you.
No, I'm making a big deal.
If you would have just let it, but if you would
Get
have
out of here.
If you
I
would
didn't
have just
invite
let
you
it
into
go,
my show.
If you would have just let it go, then it wouldn't have happened.
All right, so it's 8:41. I don't let anything go. All of a sudden, I'm talking about having drinks on the air, and he goes, well, of course there won't be any alcohol. And I'm supposed to let that go?
Like, I know what you do. I know what goes on. I know the conversations you have with the people in this company. Of course you would be defiant. It wouldn't be the first time.
All right, thank you. You're smelly, and you're ugly, and you're untalented, and you're a schmuck, and your teeth are your best feature. You're right, your teeth are good. Your teeth are your best feature. You know, I'm really wondering how this article is going to go. Is it Gary is stupid article, or Howard throws frequent temper tantrums article? I really wonder. I'm really going to be interested in hearing that and seeing that. All right, now leave, because you just ruined my Rolling Stone article, because everything was going fine, and now I've revealed things. I'm finished. I'm dead in this business. Now leave. Leave in disgrace. If this article is bad about me, and because of this incident, Gary is really fired. I'm not kidding.
Please.
So David, you hold his job in your hand. Think about it. It's your call, pal.
Gary, can you get someone to pick up line 3 and get the cop who wants to be on the jury?
Okay, there's a lot going on. That's why.
Okay, what is going on?
Well, Dominic's on the phone. He wants to be Jackie's lawyer, but I do have a character witness.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I do have a character witness on that line.
All right.
Mr. You might know him as Epi.
Epi?
Yes.
Yeah, but he had nothing to do with it.
Well, he's a character witness. He booked Jackie at my father's place many times, and he wants to say something.
On his behalf, that's okay.
Well, why don't you save that for the trial?
Oh, well, I didn't even know we were doing a trial. The phones have been going nuts.
Well, you got to have somebody listening to the show who knows what's going on.
Well, everyone is listening, Howard, but when the phones
Nobody
are going
knows
like you
what
can't
goes
do
on.
anything.
I see. I see.
If you were out there, you might understand it. But I'm telling you, I'm not.
So you have no idea what's going on.
Right.
The phones didn't go nuts until we did the discussion on the air, but nobody's listening to the
I listened to that. I listened to that part.
So
but
then you know what's going on.
I know that. No, I don't know what happened.
Gary's guilty.
Yeah, you're guilty. You say you listen to it, but you don't know what's going on.
Howard, you start talking about something, and then everybody in the world who thinks they're part of this starts to call. You pick up the phone, you try to listen to both, but then it gets so loud because there's phones ringing, other people on the phone. You have to turn the radio down a little bit.
So you're saying...
I can't hear every single word you utter unless you want... I can't put good people...
now you're filibustering. In other words, I can't get a word in? Is that it? Right, get out of here. Get out. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Do you realize that this shouldn't be this big a deal if it happened last week?
Right.
It happened 10 years ago.
Gary, look at Gary. He walks out because I don't want to hear him filibuster. I understand that he has to do two things at the same time, listen to the show and take phone calls.
But I'm amazed that still they have no system where when you need something, the person who is listening to the show, when he hears that nobody's picking up, doesn't tell Gary, pick up the
Excuse
line.
me. The guy is on hold. The cop is still on hold on line 3.
Right.
Through all of this.
Yeah.
I still can't get someone to pick up line 3. Now I finally got it. Now it's back on hold.
I love it, though, when he says, if you were out there, you would understand.
No, I wouldn't. John's booking gigs in the other room. Gary will never convince me that he knows what he's doing. I'd have that place running like a what, Robin?
Like a smooth running operation.
What is that?
Here and do it.
A smooth running machine.
Wait a second. Wait, Gary, is your suggestion that I come out and do your job?
I put the guy on hold, and I said, can you hold for a minute? He said, no problem.
Yeah.
I had to go take the other call.
Yeah.
Because the other guy was running.
No, you didn't get the cop until I said it on the air. You didn't get the cop.
You can do everything better than everybody.
Of course I can.
You sit at that thing. You
That's why
control
I'm
the
me.
controls.
Yeah.
But you can't do...
What is that? Hey, watch your mouth,
You know what? You
boy.
think you can do everything.
I know I can do everything.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
That's why you're sitting here. If you could do anything, you'd have a better job.
What?
That's
You
the
can't
stupidest thing
do...
you've ever said.
You're not an organizational guy.
I'm better than you at it. I'm better than you at it.
Well, you own a gigantic computer
No,
that you pay a lot of
I don't
money
need
for.
You mean to tell me you need a computer in
booey.
order? Listen to this guy. He needs a computer
In order to answer the phone.
in order to answer the phone.
Oh, boy.
Imagine with the retard I got working for me out there. His teeth are rattling. He's talking so stupidly. This is what I got for a producer. I can't listen to the show and answer the phone. So why don't you listen to the show and have someone else answer the phone? Oh, duh. But I did hear the bit. Well, you heard the bit, so then why don't you know what's going on? But I can't know what's going on because I don't know what's going on.
You want to ask a legitimate question, I can answer it. The reason why, because inevitably, if those guys answer the phones, right, they will sort of pre-screen somebody, but inevitably, I will be the one to make the decision whether they make it to the air or not. I have to talk to that person. So sure, Steve and John answer the phones. They say, you know what, there's a really good guy, because they get rid of all the people that lie or make up stories. So John will say, this is a really good guy on the phone right now. I got to pick it up and talk to him. If I just put him through, and it's a fake, what do we do?
When someone is on the phone...
We never get fakes.
Like the cop. No. Gary screens them all out.
You know what, Robin?
When
you don't even get to talk.
When
you old 40-year-old.
You old 40-year-old. All right, listen. You know what?
You should.
You know what? You know what?
You should.
Gary, you make perfect sense. I'm not going to straighten you out at all.
But you know everything, Howard.
If I gave you a system,
you're omnipotent.
If I gave you a system, you wouldn't follow it. If I gave you a system, you wouldn't follow it.
What system do you have, Howard?
All right. Want me to give you suggestions?
Well, but you know what? You cannot. You
Gary,
cannot,
remember when you couldn't keep files on everyone? No, excuse me. Remember when you couldn't keep files on everyone?
You can't devise a system on someplace that you're not.
Do you remember when you couldn't?
No, put it up.
Do you remember when you couldn't keep files on anyone? Do you remember when you couldn't?
Fair.
Do you remember when you couldn't put files together?
I'm not talking to you unless you're going to be fair and honest.
I'm being fair and honest.
Push my microphone up where it belongs, right where yours is.
You're pinning the needle.
No, you pin the needle. Push them up where we're even.
Oh, boy.
It's just not fair.
Do you remember?
You're just not. You know what? Why don't you at least admit? Say, listen, I'm not being fair.
I'm not being fair.
I'm the king.
I'm the
Your
king.
music is loud.
I'll turn Gary
Your music
down.
is on.
I'll turn Gary down so that there's no way we can have an equal argument, and then I'll shut up. Say that.
One of the other things that you are not capable of is knowing what is entertaining, what is not. You're droning consistently.
Oh, I think
and
it's
trying to
very
filibuster me now
I
is
think
not
it's very
entertaining
when we argue.
He's filibustering. And when I'm out there and I got to... I asked you a simple question.
You can't comment
Do
on
you
something
remember
that
when you could not even take a file folder and put people's names in it and keep track of the different guests? Do you remember that?
Right.
Okay. So did I give you a system?
Yeah, you said make a file.
Make a file folder. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
I'm out of here.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye. Well,
heard.
you want the answer? Do you want a system or not? Or you continue to be in confusion for the next 10 years?
There's no confusion.
All right, goodbye. They leave.
You could create that. It's
Good.
so much better.
You know what, Gary? Work on your gym bag and see if you get your socks in the right compartment.
That's no problem.
That's what he's good at organizing. Anybody with a brain could organize that office in 3 seconds.
Howard, did he say?
He says to me, Howard, you're not a good organizational guy. But neither is he. I hired a kid to get me coffee. Now it's worked into a whole job. I interviewed a woman the other day. What credentials?
Really?
Oh, administrative assistant, this. This is how you should organize your life. This is what you got to do. Gave me a whole 10-page plan.
Uh-huh.
But I got this absurd loyalty to Baba Booey, and I don't even know why.
Baba Booey.
I should be allowed to fire him.
Well, weren't we going to once send him to secretarial school?
He won't go to secretarial school.
Allowed to
You know what?
fire me.
The other day I said to him, Gary, go into WordPerfect, the program in the computer, and just type in the changes on this. Oh, boss, I still don't know how to work it. I go, Gary, how long have we had this computer?
Oh, that's what you said.
Why don't you go into... Why don't you... No, this is what I said behind your back.
Right.
I said to Gary and Fred, Jackie and Fred, I go,
I'm gonna use
how
the other
long have we had this computer? And he can't come in on weekends and, learn the computer. You think he'd be curious to learn it because he has to use it. Mm-hmm. But the weekends are too precious.
That's right. They are precious.
All right,
you work
good.
the hell out of me here.
Good. I work the hell out of you.
I don't do anything. I don't stay here on any given night till 4
and answer
or 5
the phones.
o'clock. No, I do a hell of a lot more than answer the phones.
Please. Don't bore me with your complaining about the job of the century.
It is a great job, but don't sit here and say I don't do anything. Don't make people think.
What do you do? Tell everyone what you do.
True.
All right, tell everyone what you do. Tell everyone what you do.
I book the show. I keep a lot of stuff organized. I answer
show.
your calls. I get Robin Leach on the phone so that your wife can make your travel plans.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's tough?
No, it's not tough, but it's stuff that's got to be done.
Come on, Gary. Admit it. You're not organized.
I'm not as organized, but I am not a secretary.
Repeat after me. I am not organized. I repeated after you. I am not organized.
Well, you did not repeat it.
Go ahead.
And
I am not organized.
You did not hire me as an organizational person.
I know. I hired you to get coffee.
No, you
haven't
hired me
grown.
to book guests and
no,
help
I didn't.
produce the show.
I hired you to get me coffee.
You didn't hire me to type. You didn't say, Gary, can you type? You didn't say, could you take
Gary.
shorthand? Gary, could you put my files?
Gary.
You never hired me for
Has
that.
the job grown?
And have I
Has
grown
the show
with it?
grown? Have you grown with it? You answer that question better than me.
Fire me.
Can't do it.
Yes, you can. Why?
I'm too honorable.
You're not that honorable. I've seen you do dishonorable things once in a while.
What?
Make an exception.
You've seen me do dishonorable things?
What? Everything you do. No, that's what I take that back.
You do is dishonorable.
All right, goodbye, Gary. You've insulted me. Now get out of here.
No, let me,
all right, goodbye. I didn't know I was dishonorable.
You know what? I was sitting here listening to this. I said, this conversation is getting way too personal.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
No. I am a nice guy. I keep Gary around.
You're not. Everything you do, you're not a saint. If you fired me, nobody would feel bad.
No. I'm not firing you. You quit. You should quit.
How much unemployment can I get?
You could get as much as you want.
113 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
113 weeks.
I hired Gary for $150 a week. He was perfect at that salary. Now we have a much higher salary with bigger demands on the show. He's got to grow into it. And as soon as I try to correct him, teach him how to work the office, he gets very defensive.
I think it's wrong to have this conversation.
I'm just saying.
Air.
Can I just say one last thing?
I agree with you, Robin.
Can I just say one thing and not in anger?
Yes.
All I'm saying is.
Listen, Robin. She loves it. Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say a thing. Say something to the dishonorable Howard Stern.
Just let me say something.
Yeah. Jackie, I've joined your club now.
It's not fun when somebody calls you
dishonorable. I empathized with you. I said you need a trial to clear your name. I certainly would like a trial to clear my name now that my producer calls me dishonorable. I thought I was one of the most honorable guys around.
Took it
Your
back.
reputation's biting the dust.
Oh, gee, Wolf, you've done a lot of dishonorable things. Like what? Pay you way too much money? That is dishonorable.
Dominic's going to defend you.
I took it back. I took it back.
You should.
I did take it back.
I can't even believe it came out of you as a Freudian slip.
It's not a Freudian slip.
Oh.
But it's I just, what I
So
want.
you meant
okay,
it?
now I got to clarify.
So you're saying you did mean it. It was not a Freudian slip. All right, very good.
Can I just say two things? The first thing is, shut up!
Oh,
The first thing is, shut up about my teeth. I'm confused. The first thing is that I didn't mean that you were dishonorable. I just don't mean that you are a saint. You were implying that everything you do is perfection. And while most of the things that you do
I didn't say that. I said I had a plan for you to be more organized regarding phone calls on the show, but you don't want to hear it because you seem to know how to do it, so go back and do it.
No, you said everything I do is honorable.
Yes.
And I'm just saying that every single thing you do isn't perfect.
Well, are you in judgment of me?
No.
Well, you sound like you are.
I'm not judging you, but
you sound like you are.
You're judging me by your judgments.
I have to judge you. You work for me.
The other thing I was going to say,
you're not
is
organized.
If you were not out there, you'd have to be out there to truly understand what goes on.
I see. All right.
And
well,
maybe you're right.
I understand it's confusing having phones coming in every day and someone has to listen to the show at the same time.
Maybe you're right to a degree, but I'm telling you, if you were out there, it's not as easy as it sounds sitting in here.
Are there 3 people out there? There are 2 people out there helping you?
Yes.
All right, and there's one back there logging on the computer?
Right.
Okay. So there were 3 individuals assisting you during the morning show?
Correct.
Okay. And we need one person to listen to the show and know what's going on.
One is not
and the other one to answer the phone.
Correct.
You have to be the one answering the phone because you make the judgment calls on the people.
Not always.
Am I correct?
No, not always.
Oh, I see.
In other words, those guys will pre-screen the phones.
All right.
Otherwise, I'll be out there all day just...
Gary, you know what I need you to do? Seriously, let's end this. Okay? No problem. I need you to go outside into the office and go stare at that huge pile of carts that's been standing there for 8 years that have been completely disorganized.
Right.
And go stare at them.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
thank you.
I'll move Fred's stuff, Howard.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Right.
All right.
Fred will be able...
No, you have to read Newsday. I forgot.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
Yeah, you move Fred's stuff, Howard.
I don't care
Fred,
which one of you,
Fred
or you, organize those cards, but one day I'm going to walk in amazed that you've actually used the computer and organized the cards. Thank you. Goodbye. Discussion over.
Yeah, you know.
No, go stare at the cards.
Yeah, go stare at the cards.
Go stare at them.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Good thing you know so much, man, or else we wouldn't be able to function. How the world ever spun on its axis before you, nobody knows.
It's great to know a lot. You know what it's like? It's unbelievable.
Like someone said, it must be really difficult to be the only one in the room who knows so much.
Gary, you're the only one in the room who doesn't know a thing. Who's he kidding?
Oh, my God, you two are incredible.
Not only is he not organized, he's lucky he organized the sentence that he made, that he said there. Making a pile to this guy is strenuous. Making a list taxes him.
Oh, he always gets himself into trouble.
Oh, always. Both the phones, blah, 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 blah. All I want someone to do is pick up a guy I put on hold. If he can't make that happen, what am I to do? Ganji's back there on the computer. All he's got to do is have a line where he can call in, intercom line, and just go, guys, there's a John, there's a guy on line 3 who's on hold.
Right.
Pick up the phone, get his name. He's going to sit on a jury.
When it got very busy, and Gary knows nobody's paying attention to what's going on the show, you know Ganji is.
Right.
So you press the intercom and say, Ganji, if Howard needs anything comes up, you got to alert me because
I don't know what's going on.
The phone.
That's it. That would be the system, but nobody wants to hear
He
from
doesn't
me.
even want to talk to you
No.
because you might come up with a
I might come up with a system because he's the one who can come up with it. But here's Gary. Okay, Gary?
I do. Now, that is the current system.
All right.
That is the current system.
Okay, very
and nobody
good.
called me. Now, what should I do? What would you suggest I do?
You should go back and talk to Ganji and tell him that you got him in a lot of trouble because he doesn't know what he's doing. And maybe like Gorilla worked a typewriter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Well, he can't?
Gorilla can't spell, I understand.
Is he a college guy? Gorilla can't spell?
No.
He's Gorilla, get in here. You can't type? Because Ganji's almost as stupid as Gorilla.
Gorilla's no longer taking messages.
Really? Because he can't spell? Well, maybe you do have your hands full out there. Gorilla, you can't spell? What is it?
No. He couldn't spell gorilla.
How do you spell gorilla?
Gorilla. Well, now he can.
But he learned that from John.
What are the words he can't spell?
Those are 2 of them.
All right, spell the word massage.
Massage.
Caught him looking it up in the dictionary this morning.
It's better than looking up the dictionary. Spell veteran. No, don't.
Spell veteran.
Let me hear you spell veteran.
I can't.
Spell.
I will not spell.
I want you to make an attempt.
I can't.
Attempt to spell veteran.
You can't verbally spell it. How could you
He's
spell
been waiting
it?
for this
You
for a
can't
long
verbally
time.
spell it?
No, he can't spell it.
I have a problem spelling.
Go ahead.
I can't.
Go ahead.
Give me a pen.
All right. He's going to spell it on a piece of paper and then spell it out loud.
Okay.
Veteran.
You hold the pen backwards.
Does he hold the pen right?
I can't.
How do you spell
Are
veteran?
you stuck?
I
Do it.
am stuck.
He
Spell
tried twice. You want me to tell you how he spelled it?
No, I want him to tell me.
I can't.
First, I want you to announce the college you go to. What college?
I go to Hunter College.
Hunter College, right. Now spell veteran. Gorilla, spell veteran.
I can't. I will not attempt it.
I want you to attempt.
Look, when I do reports and stuff, I look words up. That's it.
All right, so make your best attempt. No one's laughing.
No, they will when I do it.
I want to make a point to Gary.
All right.
Go ahead.
VETRENE.
Let me tell you, you're already five thoughts. Howard, you're already 5 thoughts away. He's still thinking about how to spell it.
What? I cannot spell it.
That's why they call it Hunter College, because you're hunting for the words to spell.
Yeah.
Veteran is very easy to spell. It's spelled the way it sounds. VEDRIN. Veteran. All right? That's it. No, you have a spelling disorder, right?
Yeah.
I see. Well, you do have your hands full out there. I apologize.
I'm sorry, boss, if I yelled at you or
well, Gary, you said
cast any aspersions.
No.
But
You said a lot of things that will stick with me for a long time.
Which one in particular?
The one about me being dishonorable.
I told you.
Especially after we called him up.
Right.
Oh, no.
Now, Gary, you've got a lot to learn about working. And believe me, without me, you're nothing. And believe me, if you had to get another job, you couldn't.
I think, see, now that's something that will stick with me forever.
Right.
That really hurts.
Good.
That really hurts.
And I said it for you to hurt.
You know what? You should be a good employer, if that's what you say you are.
Right.
Should really be motivating me. You should be patting me on the back. And
I
saying,
want to motivate you, but you don't repeat after me. Repeat this after me, please.
For you to tell me that I'll never be anything without you hurts me.
We do what Howard wants.
Howard wants.
Whenever Howard wants it.
Whenever Howard wants it.
The schedule is what Howard wants to do.
Is what Howard wants to do.
Whenever Howard wants.
Whenever Howard wants.
I will bend. Lie. Twist. And grovel. To cover for Howard's whims while smiling.
To cover for Howard's whims while smiling.
I would eat snot for my Lord Howard.
I would eat snot for my Lord Howard.
Good. All right. Now get out of here.
And have done almost as much.
Good.
Took a punch for you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
That was so many years ago. He's
did the punch...
Still bringing that up. Well, that's why I don't fire him, because he took the punch.
Did the punch lose its impact?
No. That's why I don't fire you. It's not because of what you're organizing,
but
because you took a
wrong
punch.
to continually bring that up.
I've only brought it up about 4 or 5 times. There's a whole year or two I never brought it up.
So now you know why I don't fire you. It's not because you're a good worker. It's because you took a punch for me.
Well, I've done a lot of other things for you, too.
That's right. Yeah, and believe me, you're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Baba Booey.
You're a good worker. Anybody be lucky to have you. As a matter of fact, if anybody wants him, you can have him. You don't have to worry about it.
Sorry to lose him, but we could understand and we wouldn't stand in his way.
Guy accidentally brushed against him. It's a punch. All right, very good.
I don't know why you two have to get so... Those are heated arguments.
Yes, it was. Because nobody listens. We have a system here. Look at Fred. I never argue with him. He listens. Doesn't do anything, but he listens.
The son of a friend.
I know I look like a sad sack sitting here, but when you see me in my tuxedo,
I'm a different guy.
I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, for what it was.
I mean, I did a great job.
I'm a different guy when I get behind that turntable.
That's right.
Isn't it weird that your highlight reel turned them off?
I guess.
Here I am taking my 5th smoking break. I often need to go out and have a cigarette to relax. But don't worry, the music will flow. I have an assistant who spins.
Yeah.
Here's me saying hands up.
Sir, can you wake up? Here's people refusing to pay me. Here's me driving off.
That's why they call the song Hands Up. I used to use a gun to get my money.
Wasn't Joey Boots your assistant?
Have a dance start.
For a little while, yeah. He helped me out.
Great.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like a good team.
That was great.
Those parties must have ended early.
Can you imagine? Mr. Fun is here.
Yeah.
The life of the party.
Mr. Fun and his fun assistant.
A gay drug addict and a downer of a DJ.
And Mr. Zippity Doodah.
A gay drug addict and Joey Boots.
I used to get... I didn't know he was gay. I used to get undressed in front of him, too.
I wanted somebody to try to suck my cock.
And he's still gay.
Wait, you used to do a costume change? You used to
No, I would come in dungarees when we set up. I would just come in
then he
jeans
in his
and stuff.
tuxedo.
Then I changed.
Ego.
Then I changed into my,
like Superman.
That's right. My super outfit. My super tux.
Are there 2 people you'd want at your party the least? I mean, can you name them? Joey Boots and Scott the engineer show up with them.
I'm schlepping in my equipment now, but don't worry, I'm in my jeans. That's when I'm moving stuff. Then I'll slip into my outfit.
I mean, I wouldn't accuse anybody of anything, but if anybody remembers anything missing from one of those weddings.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Okay.
It's a great... Why, did you want to add something?
No, nothing.
See, when you get into his DJ days, I just think of the time that the kids attacked.
We've been through this.
Yeah, well, the kids beat him up.
He got beaten up by 6-year-olds.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Okay.
I won't embarrass you with that story. What else?
Oh, one of his better DJ days.
Scott.
Oh, it's you.
What? You're not confident enough?
No, not now. Not anymore. I used to be.
You're too far out of the
I was
game?
the life of the party.
When?
1927. That would be it.
No, so seriously, how long would it take for you to get back in the game?
Oh, it would take a while. I mean, I would have to get all the music that's current, not only current, for the past probably 10 years of music to get up to date. I'd have to get new equipment. I mean, it's a big investment to get back into the thing.
So a lot of time and money would have to put into this?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they don't even use CDs anymore, which is really, I stopped 5 years ago, and now nobody uses CDs anymore. Technology is so far advanced from 5 years ago that they use a laptop with a hard drive. That's it. So everything would have to be set up again, Can I tell
So
you?
not even for Beetlejuice?
Nobody gets me.
I have an offer.
A
legitimate offer.
Doug
Again,
Goodstein with an
Again,
offer.
I'm not doing this as a goof. Like, it came up yesterday, this on the air with you and DJing, and then in a meeting, like 4 hours later, we needed a DJ. How about we'll get a DJ and you could be the celebrity host? Like DJs have.
Okay. I would consider.
So it's sort of like a DJ, but you'll just like introduce some songs. You'll talk to the crowd.
Right. Okay. I'll think about that.
And I'll pay you.
Oh, look at that! Even money involved with this. Look at that.
What do you think?
It sounds reasonable. I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? No goof.
It is a goof because everything Doug does, there's always a motive behind it. So, of course, it's a goof.
There's no goof.
There's going to be cameras there.
What's the goof? We're going to have
It's a Beetlejuice show. There's going to be cameras there. Here comes Scott the engineer to make a fucking fool out of himself.
What's the goof? It's a party with 300 Stern fans.
Oh, yeah, just what I need. Just what I need.
Beetlejuice show. And what's the goof? What could go wrong?
No, I wouldn't get heckled at all, right? From 300 Stern fans at a party that I'm fucking hosting.
You gotta do it.
You're Scott Super DJ.
Super DJ, right.
You're too good to DJ, so you could just be on
maybe
the mic.
Maybe if you can control the amount of tomatoes that get thrown at me, I might consider.
We'll talk.
We'll have the business discussion. We have this is called negotiation tactics. See, you gotta wait. You gotta wait and see. Play out the scenario.
As you know, sitting here this evening, we have a few members of the staff of the Howard Stern Show. Hey, look who's here! Oh my God. Why don't we introduce Gary Baba Booey? And then we have, who's this? A freak, Stuttering on Melendez, my best friend.
They hate each other.
We hate each other. You see those fights we have every day, right, John?
I'll tell you what, freaking bastard smokes like a... This guy smokes, he's dying of cancer.
I know, right?
Give me that.
Now let me introduce
Give me that. Just give me it for a second. Look at Scott's hair and look at John's hair, and you tell me what they fight.
Almost beat it, it's okay, Joe and Marley. Thank you, I saw what you were doing yesterday. He's not making his usual thing, $10,000 for that.
Give me that.
The last time I was at a wedding, and this is a wedding. Because you can't find this lack of atmosphere for a regular party. Just kidding, Mr. Ganji. I'm very excited that I brought Mike's father, who's like within 14 minutes of my age, and I'm twice Mike's age, so I'm here visiting my friend Mike. His father and I should be out fishing together. Last time I was at a wedding, and somebody asked me to do time to come up and said, listen, do some jokes. Oh, if I want to see the jokes, I want to see the jokes. I swear to God, the bride's mother was dry heaving in the bedroom. So, cursely. How do you say it? Huh? I'm bowing out. Okay.
Let me just say one thing.
No, John.
You blew my moment.
Of course I did.
You blew my moment.
Of course I only just.
I was gonna say it's got a bit parody like the Bill Murray character.
What? That freaking. What did he say?
Shut up.
How about drinking? You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go.
What, Chinese? Chinese place, you mean?
Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar?
Yeah, we'll get a shot. We'll stop and get a shot right now. And a beer.
Okay. I don't mind.
About your coworkers. And learning about Sal is just such a gold mine. I mean, the guy's so fucked up. This is a song, you know, Sal used to fancy himself a rapper. But I mean, like before he was with us and everything.
He really was serious about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, this song is so whacked out. This was a song that Sal did in 1992 with his old band. And I don't know how Gary got a hold of it. This is the greatest. You talk about old school Italians.
Is this the rap band? Or
his rap band.
Okay.
This song is called Free John Gotti.
Can I just give you the name of the band?
Yeah, what is it?
The Pizza Connection.
Yeah, because Sal worked at a pizzeria.
Of course. There was a bunch of guys who worked in pizzerias.
I mean, listen to the thoughts behind this. Like, you got to question, like, what fucking mental case writes a song like this?
How did we not find out about this?
This is the greatest song ever.
He wouldn't tell us.
John Gotti was framed. It's the government to blame. Now the U.S. attorney's got a claim to fame. A hero to most, we toast and salute him. Others get close, step off, no one shoot him. Teflon Don, he'll never be a con. 12 more people are sure to be caught. No justice, so we bust it straight in your face. Respect John Gotti, the Italian race.
Respect John Gotti, the Italian race. That's something else. Write a song about Christopher Columbus.
They were respecting John Gotti.
Yeah. Wow. Free John Gotti. Respect John Gotti, the Italian race. Like, who writes a song defending John Gotti? Listen, what do I know? But first of all, Sal goes, the Teflon Don
He'll
will
never be a con.
He'll never be a con. Meanwhile, he was a con. Probably Sal jinxed him once he wrote the song. And secondly, I mean, well, out of all the Italians you could pick to honor in a song, why would you defend John Gotti?
Could he come in and give us his rationale?
I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm sure there's some serious thought behind it.
Oh, very serious.
When he explains it, it'll just get worse. I think the other song he wrote, the follow-up hit, was Al Capone was a sweetheart.
Yeah. Hey, I'm getting notes here, from everybody. Somebody said, Sal said his dad loved the song and thought it was going to make the family millions.
Yeah. My dad heard it. He goes, man, this is going to bail us out.
That's when you knew you had nothing.
Why would you write this?
I don't know.
Was he a hero of yours? I mean, be honest.
I think when you were young, when I was young, I was a little naive. I don't know.
Is this the kind of talk you heard about around the house, like John Gotti's a good man?
Oh yeah, that's all my dad would talk about. I mean, this guy was like Jesus Christ in our house.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, my dad's an old school Sicilian, and he used to play cards with those guys back in the day.
But he certainly knew that they were up to criminal activity, right? So what is that mentality where you know a guy's up to criminal activity, but you think he's great? He's great.
I think I
don't get that.
With my father, as long as you put a buck on the table, was a buck on the table. As long as you provide.
No matter what you do.
No matter what the situation was, yeah. There's a lot of things about my dad that I'm finding out now that's just crazy. I can't even fathom
You know what? Giselle grew up in this bizarro world, and we wonder why he's bizarre.
Oh, he's so sick. Sal is so sick.
My dad used to come home with white bag, like, those white bakery bags?
Yeah.
Like 2 o'clock in the morning with 2 bags of cash and sit at the table and start laying it out on the table, like stacks of money. And nobody would. Owner. Yeah, and nobody would question it, And then one day he'd just come home with a new boat and stuff, and then the boat would disappear.
What was he up to?
We never even went on the boat.
We had a boat. Now we don't have a boat.
You'd have a boat, and then the next day you didn't have a boat.
We had the boat he brought the boat to my grandmother's house, and he put it in the backyard. I was like, hey, we got a new boat and everything else, and all of a sudden, we were like, we couldn't wait to go on the boat, and about a month later, the boat disappeared. They're like, Dad, what happened to the boat? Never mind the boat.
Don't bring up the boat.
Shut up. Right. So
Mayday.
I think with the rap stuff, I mean, I was talking to my cousin Vinny. Also had a pizzeria as well. It sounds so cliche.
Pizzeria.
Yeah, pizzeria. And
pizzeria.
You're no longer in the vortex. You can get out of it and say pizzeria.
Yeah, that's how normal people say pizza.
You're an idiot.
Pizza.
And he was just like, hey, you know, I don't know how to put this, but he's like, you know, they make rap songs. They're making a shitload of money. We're Italian. We should be able to do the same thing. We could do this better. We're smarter. We're brighter. Look, you know, this Gotti guy, you know, we gotta do something. So, you know, the fucking light bulb goes above my stupid head. I'm like, hey, how about a free John Gotti song? And that's how this came.
Did your dad put up the money for the production and everything?
No, this was real cheap. This is so bad.
What do you mean real cheap? Where would you do this? It sounds like there's some production on it.
I did this in a studio in...
So who paid for the studio time? Your dad?
I think me and my cousin Vinny split this one.
What'd this cost you?
About $700. Back then it was a lot of money, actually.
Free John Gotti. Listen, go by, I'm talking serious stuff. Nobody walks on us, so it's time to get tough. Sammy the bull, but that's nothing but bullshit. Branded a male cow, went out like a rat. Lies about a legend, a man you befriended. Don't you worry, son, good things will be ended. Open your ears and eyes, and people listen. Cause the Nussers here, and on a mission. John Gotti's not guilty, so let him go free. Unless you like to buy a plot in Sicily.
Oh, man. Richard, that's Richard's favorite line.
I can picture you sending this to John Gotti. I'm sure you did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were driving through the streets of Brooklyn and Howard Beach blasting this. People looked at us like we were fucking nuts.
Yeah,
nobody came up and said, where can I get that?
No, nobody at all. This went absolutely nowhere but in the garbage. Immediately.
You didn't get any attention with it?
No.
Nothing?
No. I kind of...
It's on those wicked keyboards.
One finger.
And your old man was pretty sure this was it, huh?
Oh, man, he was on cloud nine. He thought I was like the birth of Elvis.
Did he bring it around at some radio stations and stuff?
No, he did nothing. You know, he just left everything up to me, but...
No.
And here it is.
Good move.
Good move. Here's how sick Sal's, dementia is. He's whacked out of his skull. So Sal brought me a clip. You know, Sal likes to watch women getting peed on. Like, it turns him on.
And spit on.
So Sal brings me this clip. This is a chick getting pissed on, basically.
What websites are you watching?
Oh, wait. You got to hear this. Wait, this is Sal. Do you know about this?
He told
Richard
me. I refused to listen to it because...
All right, this is Toilet Mouth. This is the clip.
That's going into her mouth.
Holy shit.
So Sal's in the office.
Patty's less offensive.
Look at his reaction. He loves it.
It was like pouring a cup of coffee. He was just frothing at the top and pouring over.
It did sound like a Maxwell House commercial.
So even Richard Christie gets creeped out by Sal because Sal sits and watches these pornos, and he, the reason he watches them is he loves them.
Likes them.
He likes them, and so Richard
calls it work.
Richard put on the tape recorder, the taping equipment,
right?
Unbeknownst to Sal, and this is Sal watching the video
and commenting.
He's in ecstasy. You got to hear this. Listen carefully. This is Sal watching a woman getting pissed on.
What websites are you watching?
Right now?
Yeah.
ppgalore.com. This one's hot. I love when they shoot a stream right in their face and like their eyes squint and burn. She looks retarded, which is hot too. She doesn't know what's going on. She just wants that piss.
Looks like an old lady.
That's even better.
To the guy.
So far, he's getting turned on by the fact that the piss is burning her eyes out.
And she might be retarded.
Which is hot.
She looks like an old lady, which is hot.
And he likes old ladies.
You guys ever piss and come at the same time?
No. I love when a guy comes on a girl's face and then another dude will come over and rinse it off with a good pissing.
Oh my god.
I could jerk off to that in 10 seconds. This is the best one. The vagina shooting the pee in her face while she's blowing a guy at the same time. This is the best. Watch how she beams her right in the face. Oh, that's it. Atta girl. Take it. Oh, Jesus in heaven. I wish I could jerk off at work again. This is depraved teens pissing sex. They don't look like teenagers. I don't like them young. I like them old.
Well, that's something.
Let me type in piss. I like when they look like shit, like the girl next door, because that's the girl who's saying, hey, I got nothing better going on in my life. I need to get peed on for attention. Like a hot chick, is just doing it for the money. This is hot.
By the way, this is what goes on back in their office all day. That office I built them.
Oh my God! Would you close that down?
This is the conversation. That's been condemned.
Richard, what's going on?
Oh my God, he's frothing up her mouth. It's bubbles. It's like her mouth is overflowing like a volcano of piss. Oh man. Oh, I gotta hear the sound on this one. What a fucking pig.
Meanwhile, so this
man, that's disturbing.
This is a girl doing what you want. Now she's a fucking pig.
Well, that's
what he likes about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he hates women so much.
No,
I got to tell you something.
I so admire them. I so admire them.
Sal, just get used to the idea. Just take it in.
Anybody's willing to get peed on in the mouth.
You don't think this is
really
like your
admire
whole, not to play psychiatrist here, but, the older women, your mother, pissing on her face, you're angry with your mom for not standing up to your dad. Come on, man.
True.
Come on, man.
I'm angry at my mom.
I don't have to be Sigmund Freud to figure this one out.
I don't know.
Not too many guys sit there and go, I wish I could beat off watching a woman drink piss. I mean, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, Sal, I'm telling you, there's nothing sexual about that to me at all.
And then to say, I want some guy to come on her and then another guy to wash it off with piss.
That is the hottest.
You see, that's what I'm saying, man. You're so...
But I'm not into shit or anything. I'm not into scat or fecal stuff.
And what was the thing you liked? The woman is pissing?
Oh, this was wonderful. This girl was on her knees, and she's giving she's giving a guy oral sex. And as she's doing it, there's another girl in a chair with her legs up, and she's shooting a stream of piss right in her face while she's blowing this guy at the same time. It's like she's being showered with urine and blowing this guy.
And that gets you completely crazy.
It drives me... I can't even explain.
What do you think it is?
It's amazing. I mean,
with me, I couldn't beat off to that for 100 years.
I don't know what it is. I think that when a woman is willing to succumb to something like that degrading, I think it's a turn on.
Right. So you don't think you want to degrade women? You do. How you feel about you're angry with your wife, you're angry with your mother, you're angry with all the women.
Do you think little girls sit there and say to themselves, boy, if somebody really loves me, they'll pee on me?
You think secretly they want that?
In Sal's world, they do.
In Germany, they do. I mean, I don't know.
Is that where most of these videos come from?
Yeah.
No. You think little girls grow up in Germany wanting to be pissed on?
I don't know.
That's their dream.
Next time you see Heidi Klum, ask her.
I'm not running a farm of pee girls.
Did you ever get to piss on a woman after you came?
No, never.
But that would be a fantasy of yours.
Maybe a little bit.
Wash off your cum with your piss.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah,
you would love that.
I think I'd rather watch
What part of it do you think you like? When it burns their eyes?
Not necessarily burn. I don't want them to be hurt. I don't like to see anybody hurt, but I like the fact that, they're willing to, put themselves in that situation. Like, they're so horny and so dirty and so psychotic that they're willing to get pee in their eyes for you. I mean, that is, to me, that's the ultimate sacrifice.
They're psychotic.
I have to beg for a hand job at home. You got a girl who's gargling piss on video for millions of people to see. You got to applaud somebody like that.
Do you? All right, Ben, you're on the air in Williston, North Dakota.
Hey, Mega Dildos, Howard.
Mega Dildos.
Sal, listen, I thought this was like an act for you until that Richard recording that without unbeknownst to you. You're fucked up, dude. Seriously, you need help.
He does. Yeah, the reason that...
I can't understand how... Jesus Christ, your wife must be out of her mind to stay with you.
Well, the reason that tape is so powerful, a lot of people think Sal's a shtick, but he's not. That's him sitting... He doesn't know a tape's going.
Well, I do research for the show, Ben, and when I...
Research.
And when I watch these videos, you're going to comment on them.
Right.
But you're doing research and you want to go jerk off? That's not research, Sal. That is you saying, I love this. This isn't research. If I didn't work for the Stern Show, I'd be at home jerking off right now to this shit.
Well, no, I wouldn't be.
No. Or for Howard Stern.
No, I wouldn't be some creep in a basement jerking off to pee porn. Look, if pee porn wasn't
pee porn.
If pee porn wasn't popular, Howard, it wouldn't be all over the internet.
Is that what it's called, pee porn?
Well, pee porn.
We pee fetishists call it pee porn.
If pee porn wasn't popular...
Say that 10 times fast.
All right, Sal, thank you. I just want to give people a glimpse into your world.
I think there's plenty of people out there who enjoy piss porn. It's been around for quite some time.
Would you like to piss on your wife?
Nah.
What?
Why not?
Would you like to piss on your wife and watch her drink it?
No. Not her.
Would you
I'm at a point now. I can't. I hate to say. Like, I'm at a point now where I feel uncomfortable to ask my wife anything.
Would you like to jack your load off on her face and piss in it?
Like it.
Come on. Wouldn't you like to jack off on her face and then piss on her and wash it off?
Not hers. A few others, but not hers.
What about Robin? Would you like to?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well,
Especially,
I think you'd better try your wife first.
the glaze against the brown skin, it would glisten like a Christmas tree.
You better try your wife first, because it could be dangerous with her.
All right, thank you,
But
Sal.
it's not. I don't think it's that a big of a deal. Pee porn is out there. It does exist. You know, I'm not into vomiting or anything like that, or shit. Or
You know,
that.
child porn, kitty porn exists.
Yeah, wait, to make that
Richard told me to find that website. Sal Googled the words piss and MILF.
Yeah.
MILF.
A lot of MILFs these days. I want to say something to the porn industry. They're misleading with MILFs. They're taking young girls and they're making them look older.
And you
It's
don't
very,
like that.
No, they have to look saggy and, you know.
He wants all
Right. There was a
authenticity.
MILF in the paper, the Daily News. They were doing, you know, how the newspaper guys go down to the beach and they shoot an attractive girl at the beach. This chick was playing in the ocean with her kid, and boy, oh boy, was she hot. She was some Milfowitz.
These cougars are phenomenal, Howard. You know why? I figured it out. They're trying to keep up with the young hot chicks. You know what I mean? So they.
Wow, Sal figured this out.
Go ahead, let me hear what you figured out.
No, but when you see these cougars, they really stand out at clubs. They stand out at bars. They're the ones holding the glass of wine. They want to make everyone aware that they're wild, they're crazy. So
is your wife a cougar?
Maybe to other people.
No, but I'm saying, do you see her that way? Like she's getting the pink in the hair. She's got 3 kids at home, but she's running around at bars and.
She's trying to stand out.
Yeah, she really doesn't go to bars, but I
She goes
guess,
once in a while with her girlfriends.
Yeah,
right?
once in a while she
Right.
does. Yeah,
She leaves you at home and goes out.
She leaves me to my piss porn.
Right.
But these cougars, the great thing about them is that they're not really like that. I mean, to me, a lot of women just go through the motions to please people. That's how they really in. It's all part of the program. That's how life works.
All right, you know what? This is fascinating, but I gotta move on.
I'm saying these cougars, what they do is they'll suck cock, they'll take loads to the face, they'll get pissed on and all that stuff, only because they feel like they need to keep up with all these wild, newer, hot young chicks.
Right, they'll have to work harder to keep up with the
Yeah,
young
and it's
girls.
wonderful.
All
God
right.
bless the cougars.
All right, thank you, Sal.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a
Go
good
back
day,
and
everybody.
go back to work.
Who is he talking about?
I don't know. He's whacked out of his head. Free John Gotti. The hit single is.
It all makes sense.
John Gotti was framed. It's the government to blame, not a U.S. attorney's got a claim to fame. A hero to most we
Sal against the U.S. Attorney.
toast and salute him. Others get close, step off, no one shoot him. Teflon Don, he'll never be a con.
Is there an intelligent thought in that head or what?
Sal, dude, what's more embarrassing, hearing your John Gotti song or...
The John Gotti thing's embarrassing because it was 20 years ago, and it's obviously, you know, like I said, I was very naive about it. That's not something I'm proud of now.
Is that more embarrassing than getting secretly recorded talking about piss porn?
No, because I'm proud of the piss porn, you know? I'm proud
You're
of
proud
it.
of it?
Yeah, why not? It's just a little fetish. It's just pee. Lots of guys like it. A lot of people won't admit it. They won't say it, but a lot of people are into it.
Are you the only guy here that admits to liking pee porn?
I think maybe JD might like a little pee porn, you know? I'm sure there's a few guys here. If you did a private poll, I'm sure there are a few guys that like pee porn. You know?
Why do you think Howard thinks it's so weird?
Because he's got a show to run.
Strange.
He's got a show to run. He probably likes pee porn a little bit, you know, but no, he's got to make me out to be some freak of nature, you know, put me in the center ring and, you know, and make a mockery out of everything.
Is that the weirdest porn you're into?
I like snowballing too. Which is cum swapping. When a girl takes a load in her mouth and she spits in another girl's mouth and they go back and forth. That I've been into a little bit lately too. That's pretty good.
Does that top the pee?
No.
Oh, pee's up that? Pee's
number 1, cum swapping's number 2, but cum swapping with pee combination, that is...
Like the rinse off?
The creme de la creme, right, the rinse off. That's always good stuff. Pete, you like pee porn?
I think I would resort to pee porn, I think, you know? I think it would be something interesting.
There you go. You got a guy like Pete, likes pee porn. Normal, average guy, good man.
I guess I was wrong.
If Pete's down with pee porn, I'm down with pee porn.
If I'm down with it, I think it could actually go somewhere, you know? And maybe there's a big market for it, you know? I mean, it's possible. You don't know anything until you try.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, I was wrong. I guess it's more normal than I thought.
It's popular. All right, so...
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. We thought he was a great guest. We sort of argued whether we thought he was guilty or innocent because he was so goddamn charming. Some of us were actually swayed. Here's our one.
The former governor of Illinois, Rod
Blagojevich.
Thank you. Rod Blagojevich, who, other than having a last name that I find hard to pronounce, he came in and when I was talking about it with Howard on the air before, he's your prototypical politician, yet, and what I mean by that is, he's extremely charming and can talk his way in or around anything.
Robin came in during the break, and she goes, I think I believe him. And I said, I went to John, and I said, what do you think, John? John said, I think he's a politician. I said, but, he's very charming. He seems very, very regular guy. He seems to have a feasible answer for everything. And you did bring up the point, like, okay, so where's the case?
That's the thing that keeps going through my head. I don't believe him, but... if there's a case, why hasn't the government produced it? And I think that's a fair argument.
So what happens if they find him innocent of everything? Does he get to be the governor again?
I don't think so. I think the damage has already been done.
Then can he sue them? He lost the governor.
I would think he could
of a major state.
Because loss of income and whatever else, public,
In fact, when he's tallying that up, he'll have to tally up the income he lost because they wouldn't let him go to do "Get Me Out of Here, I'm a Celebrity."
I see Jason Kaplan itching to get in.
Well, no, I can say if he's found innocent, and I think based off everything I've read about the case, that it might not even go to trial. If that happens, then there's going to be a major repercussions for both the prosecutor Patrick Fitzgerald and the guys that impeached him without listening to any of the evidence. I mean, you can't just... I thought that was the craziest move, that they impeached him based off a bunch of hearsay, basically. And if he's found innocent, I don't know how they're going to not get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I know what was going on in the case. I know that the tapes that they say they have, which I haven't heard, but, I don't follow Illinois politics that much. So for me, I'm like, well, 111 people can't be wrong. Wasn't it like 111 people voted to impeach him and one abstained or one...
It was an overwhelming vote, and I think he said... Wasn't he saying the one guy had a stroke or something like that? So, that wasn't...
He couldn't get the pen to the right space?
Apparently not, but again, you're right. We don't know Illinois state politics. I know, Jason, you're up on this kind of thing, but I find it... when you're innocent, and let's assume he's innocent now, what does he do? I mean, do you write a book? Do you make money any way you can to support yourself as you're fighting your case? Or because it seems like he's, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but he's, taking the celebrity and factoring that into this. Like, he's making the next move if he's found guilty.
Well, he's also using his celebrity to sort of, keep afloat. Again, if he's innocent, write the book, do as much as you can to keep yourself in the public eye before people forget about you, don't give a shit about you.
Now, Jason, do you think there's partisanship going on with this?
No, not from everything I've read about the case. No, actually, it sounds like the Democrats are more angry at him than the Republicans are. And I know he was implying today that this might have started, from a Republican movement to oust him. But as far as I can tell, both political parties hate his guts.
And getting back to the politician comment, I have a better example of what I meant by that. A lot of times he would say, I wish I can answer that question, but I can't, or, kind of dance around it. Yet the questions he wanted to answer, he answered. And the ones he didn't want to, he couldn't really talk about. And that's like the classic politician move to me.
Well, it depends. I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, I don't know exactly what's involved and what you're allowed to answer or not. Only he knows what he's, under indictment for and what he can and can't talk about.
And the other questions he didn't want to answer were about dating the captain of the cheerleading team in high school.
Yeah, I thought it was weird because...
Were you put off at all by that, Chase?
I mean, I would have liked to hear it, but listen, dudes don't brag. How's he going to get other chicks? If he goes in and talks about, he gives up all the details on the cheerleader, how's he going to get the next cheerleader?
Now, before Rod came in, he was being held up in the hallway. Do you know what was going on there?
No, he wasn't being held up. We were running behind. He had to sign the release, and then I noticed that. So we have two green rooms here. If when you see the door open to the studio, if you see it on Howard TV. There's a green room on the right-hand side. There's a green room on the left-hand side. So on the right-hand side was Blagojevich and his sister, and his sister's girlfriend, and his PR people and all that. And on the left side, we were set up for the Sean King polygraph that never happened, which was Ed Torian. So I noticed that Mr. Blagojevich was in there talking to Ed, and it seemed like a very nice conversation. I got bombarded by everybody else, like, why is there a polygraph here? And I had to explain who Sean King was and what's going on. And I was like, it's not for him. Don't worry. We're not putting him under a polygraph.
And Ed was...
Although I got to tell you, Howard's a crack-up, because he did put it out there in a very subtle way. He said to him, do you ever think about taking a polygraph? And, if he'd have said yes, then I would have gone, we have one right here.
But Ed was there and ready to go the entire show, to his credit.
Yeah, no, he stayed as long as I told him. But I was dying to know what they were talking about, because as he walked in, Blagojevich said to Ed, I thought you could hear it on tape. He walks in and he goes, take care, Ed. Good luck with the wife, or say hi to the wife.
Gus in Georgia, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, thanks, guys. How you doing?
Good, Gus. How are you?
Quick question. The Blagojevich thing, did you guys not feel greased out by the guy, like he was just a total liar?
Well, it's hard to tell. Again, we don't know that much. Listen, from everything we've read, here's the thing. The smoking gun, from what little I know about it, are these tapes. So have we heard the tapes yet?
Well, the thing is that he took, the way...
No, but answer the question first, Gus. Has anybody heard the tapes where he says the things that they said that he said, that the seat is for sale?
Oh, right. No doubt that it's just kind of, they pick and, they're choosing what they wanted to show, the prosecution. But just the fact that he wants to trade something like that for personal gain,
But how do you know? Has anybody heard the full transcript of the tape, seen the full transcript, or heard the full tape? That's what I'm asking.
No, there's a court order against all of that.
Right. So it sounds like, from what they say are in these tapes, that he's guilty, but nobody's heard or seen them. Why is it taking them so long to get to them?
Well, that's fair enough. They probably don't have enough of a case to bring it to court. But in the court...
Well, how much more of a case do you need? The guy's on tape, according to them, saying, I'm selling the seat.
Right. But the thing is, it's like personal gain for your office, and that's how the government, the Illinois, the assembly in Illinois looks at it. They don't have to have that burden of proof. They just have to show that there was you're using your public office.
I got it. So I'm saying, so show it and show it and prosecute the guy.
Right.
Well,
and I think
that's what we're saying the whole time. Like, the reason why they're letting him go out there and go and sort of try to build up trust on his side. It sounds like he's guilty, but why haven't they gone yet?
And Gus, I think he did sound very slick, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's being dishonest.
Right.
Another thing that Rod said was he talked about gay marriage, and he said I guess you can explain who was in the green room and how. Well,
his sister and his sister's, I guess, partner. But he said he called her his sister-in-law, which I thought was really funny. But his sister and his sister's partner are gay, huge fans of the show for ages and ages. Always thought that Howard has been very supportive, and that's who he brought with him.
And he said that he fully supports his sister and is all for gay marriage, but when it comes to the state, I forgot the wording he used, but they're not there yet.
Fred and I were just talking about that. Fred said that he felt that he called the people of Illinois stupid without saying it. I thought that he was being much fair. I didn't think it was being that unfair. I thought he was sort of saying that I think that it's inevitable that gay marriage will be allowed in this country. And I agree with Howard's comment that in 20 years down the road, we'll be like, what was the big deal? But everybody's got to sort of get there on their own. Sometimes you can't just shove it down people's throats. And what he's saying is that the people of his state aren't quite ready yet, but he feels that it's moving in that direction. But the other thing I have to tell you was he said that that's when he called her his sister-in-law. He said they went to a gay pride parade where they held up his picture with the Ghostbusters sign through it. I love that.
And he respected that.
Yeah,
on some level.
Hi, this is Richard Christie, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, I talked all about my love for Halloween. Personally, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, me being immature and that I should grow up, and it's just something that I enjoy. I don't see a problem with it. I love Halloween. Fuck it. I'm a young at heart. So here it is. Check it out.
When you came in late in the show today, Howard basically, I wouldn't say read you the riot act, but he was like, what are you doing with Halloween? It's time to grow up, get over it. And he seemed pretty serious about it. Did you think he was being serious?
Time to put away childish things.
Well, hey, I'm 35. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I've been into Halloween since I was a little kid. I don't think anything's going to change. I think in 70 years, if I'm still alive, I'll be, an old man with a cane walking through the haunted houses.
John, imagine, okay, look at him now. This is the time when he should be least into it. Now, fast forward, imagine Richard in, say, 10 years with a 5-year-old. Now he's got a reason for Halloween.
Yeah, usually the kids are what get you back into it, or that, okay, I'll put on a costume and walk around with you guys, but you don't need the kids to get you going.
No, I love it. I mean, Gary, do you get, real excited at Halloween when you take your kids out and stuff?
I hate dressing up in a costume. I think it's the biggest waste of time. When Mary and I go to a costume party, I do the least I can do. Like one year, the first year we got invited to our neighborhood, I put on my Mets jersey, drew a mustache, and went as Mike Piazza. I don't enjoy it.
But different strokes for different folks.
Yeah,
I mean,
you asked me, and I'm just giving you my answer.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying with Howard yelling at me about it, it's like, well, I could never be into chess, which Howard is into. I could never be into Dancing with the Stars, which he said he doesn't watch anymore. But a lot of the stuff he's into is not my thing either. But I would never expect him not to be into it.
Right, but even so, okay, Howard's into chess, and he talks about chess a lot. But Howard doesn't come in with a chess shirt. He doesn't have chess underwear. He doesn't decorate his office with chess lighting, and he doesn't start talking about the chess championship 6 months before it happens.
Well, yeah, you kind of have a point. I mean, maybe there's just not that much chess paraphernalia out there.
You think that's it, huh?
Yeah, I think that's it. I'll have to get him a chess shirt for Christmas.
Now, Ronnie talked about his skull shirts, and he's got sort of a never-ending supply of those. Do you have an unlimited supply of Halloween shirts and outerwear?
Halloween shirts, Halloween underwear. I have Halloween sleep pants, Halloween everything.
Thank God, it gives the Simpsons shit time to breathe.
What would you say is the craziest Halloween-related item you own?
Craziest Halloween-related item?
Clothing or otherwise?
Well, that's a tough one. I have a lot of Halloween socks. I love Halloween socks.
Okay.
Halloween underwear, like boxers. As far as crazy, I don't know that there. Oh, you know what I just got in the mail from Amazon? I ordered a Halloween shower curtain that came with a toilet cover. And also a rug that goes around your toilet, and a little thing that goes over the back of your toilet. It's all Halloween.
Do you have a fog machine?
No, because it gets sticky in the apartment and stuff. I had one when I lived in the warehouse.
That you didn't mind getting sticky.
If the warehouse got dirty, but now I'm in an apartment, I can't really run a fog machine.
And with the Christmas lights, how long will the Halloween? Let's say you put up the shower curtain and all that stuff. How long will that stay up? When does that end?
November 1st.
November 1st, really?
Yeah.
It all comes down.
Yeah. Well, it depends. If Halloween falls on a Thursday or a Wednesday, I'll also celebrate the following weekend. But this year, Halloween falls on a Saturday, so it's pretty much over on Sunday because none of the haunted houses stay open the following weekend. So,
you trick or treat?
Last time I was 19, I think. Last time I trick or treated.
Why'd you stop?
I don't know. That's a good question. I love it. I used to hang out on my buddy's porch and give away candy, and I would dress up as, I'd put on my Michael Myers mask and a jumpsuit and gloves and sunglasses so I looked like a dummy, which I literally was a dummy, but I was laying there like I was a mannequin or a dummy, and then when the kids would come up to get candy, I'd jump up and scare them. And that was a lot of fun. But as far as regular trick-or-treating, I don't know. I'm more into the mature thing, like going to haunted houses and stuff.
John in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I was just calling up to defend Richard, but I can't defend on him ripping his cock out around different guys. But with the Halloween thing, I mean, it's just something he enjoys doing. I mean, people have different interests. That's something he likes to do,
So you think Howard was wrong for telling him to grow up?
Well, no. I mean, Howard does a lot of foolish things. Every 9 seconds, I'm sure he has to go out and wash his hands and use antibacterial stuff. But with the Halloween, that's just something he enjoys. A lot of different people enjoy different things, and that's what Richard enjoys.
Right on, buddy. Thanks.
Hey, no problem.
Is it hard to find a lot of other adults into Halloween, or is it not that uncommon?
No, it's a very common thing. I mean, I know tons of people that are into that, and there's conventions that I go to. There's haunted house conventions, and you even have one of your relatives owns like a haunted bed and breakfast.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's funny too.
Yeah, it's a huge thing these days.
I think it's interesting that you're into it and stuff, and I'm not against you being into it, but I would think that if I knew a grown-up who was into Halloween who didn't have kids, they'd be at the top of my pedophile watch list.
It's nothing to do with that. It's just enjoying the season and this time of year. Like, it's the same as enjoying Christmas, which Christmas is right up there for me, too. I just love that time of year. I love horror movies and heavy metal. Like, my favorite heavy metal singer is King Diamond, and he has a song called Halloween. And every one of his albums are about ghosts and creatures and stuff, and I love that stuff.
David in California, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, hey, Richard he takes Halloween to the extreme just like he takes all the gay shit to the extreme. The bottom line is there's people like myself that are, normal guys that, Halloween when I was a kid was always a time of freedom, the night. So I like to decorate my yard, and I first started when I didn't have kids, and now I do. And it's just a great time. It's great to see the kids come up and get scared, and they're enjoying it. And I'm thinking they're enjoying it like I did when I was a kid,
Well, David, I think the difference and the point Howard was trying to make is Richard's wearing Halloween shirts every day for months. I mean, it's not like on that day all of a sudden it all comes out. It's almost an obsession with Richard. And again, we're not judging it. We're just telling you how it is.
And I even have dreams. I have nightmares where in my nightmare I forgot to celebrate Halloween.
There was no Halloween.
Yeah, and I'll wake up. In my nightmare, I wake up Halloween morning and I'm like, holy shit, I forgot to celebrate Halloween. And it's such a bummer. And then I'll wake up and realize, it's September 5th and I still have time. So
that means you're gay.
Were you ever sick, or was there ever a reason why you had to miss Halloween?
I got sick at Halloween Horror Nights, Universal last year, but I was a trooper, and even though I threw up 5 times, I still made it to all the haunted houses.
I'm sure everybody in the houses were thrilled that you were there.
I was scarier than the monsters, the noises I was making.
Hey, what's up? It's Jason, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, a bunch of us, all the guys in there, were talking about the dinner Howard may have and how we all wanted to go or wanted to invite ourselves or were upset that we weren't invited. Everybody that is except JD, I'm not really sure what his opinion was because I didn't really understand a word that came out of his mouth. But maybe you guys can figure it out. Check it out.
Artie wants a boys' night out, but Howard wonders if he's just going to be on the phone the entire time. And JD gets recruited for the boys' night out as well. But
he did? So we're up to how many people?
Well, Howard asked him, but JD didn't respond.
There was really no official answer or anything. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, he asked you.
Yeah, well, okay. I take that sort of half serious.
Why?
I don't know if he necessarily actually wants me there.
He asked you point blank.
But that's on the air, We'll see what happens off the air. Something happens.
He doesn't talk to anybody off the air.
Well, whatever. Well, okay. We'll see. I mean, it's still they don't even know when they're doing it.
What's going to happen off the air?
I'm not saying. I'm just. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's.
He asked you on the air. If you're not there, he's going to go, "Where's JD?" And I'm going to go, "I don't know. He didn't take it seriously."
No, well, first of all, I have to be told. Listen, no plans have been made. So until that is done. If I get the plans known to me or something, then I'll go, I guess.
Doesn't sound like you really want to go.
I'll go. That's fine.
Would you enjoy it?
Sure.
Did you enjoy the last one?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was sitting next to Sal. It was a good dynamic of Sal talking.
Do you eat the fancy food or do you not like it?
No, I eat I eat Nobu food.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, because some people don't like seafood.
Well, I mean, but fancy. Listen, I'm not a particular a fan of fancy food, but I mean, I'll. What the problem I have with whenever I've eaten at nice restaurants is the portions. The portions seem very. I mean, they seem small, but after you eat it, you seem okay. But man, you look at like a little like strumpet or something, and it's like, and the fancy plates. Whatever. That's just me.
So you're
that's just me being uncultured, I guess.
So you're a quantity guy, not a quality guy. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just, no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I seem like I should be, or not should be, but like when you're looking at the fancy food and it's less quantity, then I become quantity. But after I eat it, I become quality. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore.
Neither do we.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear this tomorrow.
We should also talk about whether people are lobbying to come to the dinner, because I know I can tell you.
Who has lobbied so far?
Well, I got an instant message from Jason that was like sort of ha ha ha. You know what I mean?
Boy.
But he's like, Will and Jason, I would really like to go. And I said, but if he says no to Will, then just have me come. It was a joke. It was a joke.
You sure
it was like, if you can't get both of us, then get me in.
So it was one of those jokes, but also asking to be included in the dinner.
I got the impression that they would like to come. But for Jason, I got the impression he'd like to come no matter what. And I think I know Will well enough where Will would like to come if he were invited, but is not looking to come if he's not invited. That's just Will's personality. Will's like, I'd love to come, but like, I'm not gonna fucking beg you to go.
So wait, are you saying Jason's looking to come even if he isn't invited?
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And then I'm waiting for Sal. Sal hasn't approached me yet. Usually what happens...
Well, isn't Sal basking in the glory of being the hit at the last dinner?
Right. And then Shuli comes to me, and he's interviewing me for Howard 100 News, and he goes, well, since Sal was such a hit at the last one, certainly be invited to this one. I go, yeah, but you're forgetting all the stuff that happened between that one that wasn't at the dinner. He didn't get invited to the wedding. He didn't get invited to a lot of parties. That was all since then. And usually what will happen is if it depends on who the guest list is, but say if it were me, Fred, and Artie, and Howard, that'd be one thing. But if JD's in there, then Sal will come to me and he'll just shut the door and he'll go, did I do something wrong? He's almost like Costanza. Should I have not done that? Because if anybody told me that was wrong, I would have done it. So, and then I think he can get like that.
But I mean, we're also assuming that this is just going to be show people. I mean, this is Howard's. I mean, Howard has friends, he's got like Ross and Richie Notar and all these other guys.
I got to tell you right now, I was looking for just dinner with me and Howard. I figured we'll just go have a quick dinner early in the afternoon, early in the evening. I'll be home in time. We both have to be in bed early. And then it turned into like a bigger thing.
Well, did you think this is Howard's way of saying he doesn't want to have dinner just with you?
No, I didn't think so. Because we've had dinner alone before, and then sometimes we've had dinner with people.
Did anybody else lobby besides Jason?
Not so far. He was the first.
And only.
But he won't be the last. I can guarantee you he will not be the last.
So, Jason, you blatantly lobbied with an IM?
Yeah.
Posing as a joke?
No, I wasn't a joke.
I thought it was
I was being dead serious.
Oh, I thought it was sort of ha-ha, No,
I would have wrote ha-ha afterwards. No, you know what happened? Real quick, when Will and I first started here, Gary did an amazing thing and set up a dinner with the two of us and Howard and KC. And we were both 22 at the time. We had both just started here, and we were both starstruck / scared out of our minds. So we blew it. I mean, we sat there in silence pretty much the entire dinner. And for 8 years, I was always hoping to get a second shot.
It was one of those things where the guys that started working for us, they were doing an amazing job. And I kept telling Howard that. And I go, you should get to know them better. And he said, okay, let's go out to dinner. But they're right. It was just me and Howard talking while they watched.
We sat on our hands and didn't say a word. And not that, listen, if I went out again, I'm sure I'd be a dud. But we missed out on the last big dinner Howard put together that he was, describing on the air when everyone just kept saying, oh, JD wants to go, sure, throw him in. And I didn't say anything. And so I'm saying something this time.
You should have like an audition dinner first.
Who do I get? Who would audition me? Like, who do I have
or
to sit with?
Or practice dinner. I don't know. Like, like Gary could. I don't know.
Here's the problem. You can't. There's two dinners. There's one where Howard's there, and one where Howard isn't. Because when Howard's there, it's almost like the Last Supper, and he's Jesus. Like he's the focal point of everything. Not for me. Like I like going out to dinner with him and hanging and stuff. But if it gets to be 10 people, there are other people who are gonna cram around him and try to get his ear.
So would you, Gary, since you gave the initial invitation, would you rather limit it to the fewer the people, the better experience you're going to have? Because it went from you and Howard to you, Howard, and Artie, and then Fred got in the mix today. You know what? And now JD, may go if he wants to.
I don't know if the invite is that. I don't know if whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
If the invite was that serious, sure, yes, I'll go. But, I mean, I'm sure there are other more important people that he wants to take. Anyways, move on.
How will you know if it's serious? Like, what would be a serious?
If I'm told the information.
Yeah, before you came in, we talked about this. He's saying if he got invited off the air, it would be more sincere, for lack of a better word. What were you saying, Gary?
No, I'm sort of more like I did it for, probably 50% because I like to have alone time with Howard. Like once every 2 years we go to dinner. And the other 50% was sort of like, as a nice gesture, like him saying, hey, Beth's gone. I got nothing to do. And I thought, well, maybe it'd be nice if I asked him to go out to dinner.
And you weren't aware that Artie had made the same gesture, correct?
No, I wasn't. But, I mean, it's all good. I mean, we could that'd be great. But, there's me and Howard out to dinner. There's me, Howard, and Artie out to dinner. And then there's 25 people and Howard out to dinner. It's just a different dinner.
Hey,
I'd still go.
I know it's, it's like sincere. And it's like, and everyone feels the same way. And also, it's maybe you're beyond this, but it's always good for your career. Like Howard's in charge. But doesn't it also feel like a little gay that we want to so much go to dinner with Howard? But
I don't. I ask him to go to dinner once every 2 years.
But I think, well, maybe not to you.
And I
think
did
to
it,
a lot of people,
it.
it's like so important, and it's important to me too. But there's a part of me, it's like, oh my god, it's so gay.
Well, speaking of someone who asked to be invited to the dinner, I would say it's not like it's so important. Like I have to be at dinner with Howard, but like I said, there's 8 years between our first dinner and now, and the time's running through the sand glass. I mean, the hourglass here. Yeah. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
I think I like being with Howard. I think the actual joy of it, though. I mean, I like him. I like you guys. I like everyone here. But the joy of it is not as big as the pain of not being invited. That's bigger.
Yeah, we should ask Scott the engineer how that pain is, because he has yet to be invited to any dinners.
I think he's developed a callus to the pain.
Yeah, Jason, you're complaining about Scott never had that opportunity.
I'm not complaining. I just threw my hat in the ring. I didn't want to sit on the sideline like I did last time. That's all.
Maybe you could have a dinner with like a table, and then like people like tables around the table. There could be an inner table.
I'll tell you what, if I get invited, I'm going to be on time. That's all I know. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to order quickly. I'm going to eat my food.
I feel like the way Jason described it, it's almost like as a rookie, he went to the Super Bowl and didn't win, and he's never been back since.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now he's a veteran.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, my career's coming to an end here.
Right. I need to get back to the Super Bowl.
But isn't this would you say this lobbying is hurting or helping Jason's cause?
Well, I don't think it matters. I think it's one of those things where if Howard heard it, he'd probably reacted to it in a positive way. He'd probably go, you know what? I thought of Jason, but yeah, you invite those guys. And then he'd go, Jesus, now it's me, you, Artie, Will, Jason, JD, Fred. I mean, Jesus Christ, now it's the fucking Last Supper.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we end up talking a lot about autographs. Artie, Gary, Greg Fitzsimmons, myself, we were all debating what makes it worthwhile to go up to someone and ask them to sign a piece of paper. And naturally, everybody had very strong opinions about it. And speaking of strong opinions, Ralph then called in, and the two people that people love the most to hate on this show, Greg Fitzsimmons and Ralph Sorella, got into a little argument. Here we go. Tracy in Virginia.
Hey, guys. When Howard was talking about when he gets irritated when people ask for his autograph, you got to think, man, of the person side of you. I understand he's famous and he probably gets, bothered a couple times each day. But you think about like a normal person who just happens to be in the right place at the right time and runs into Howard Stern on the street. And then not only that, but has to get up the nerve to talk to him and ask him for an autograph. To be rebuffed it's like asking a girl to the prom and having her tell you to go,
Well, why do you think
yourself.
you have to get up nerve? Because it's inappropriate.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I can answer a lot of this because I've been with Howard for a long time, and we've gone through a lot of discussions regarding autographs. Like I get him to autograph some stuff, some pictures, and he hates doing it. And I think that this comes from his family, especially his mother, that autographs are a frivolous thing. He's never liked autographs. One time Jackie, Fred, and I gave him for his birthday, like nothing special, but it was a Mo Howard autograph. It was a picture of the Three Stooges. He loves Mo, and he goes, and I could tell right away he didn't like it. And even when if I talk about like I have a bunch of sports paraphernalia in the man cave that's autographed, he goes, autographs. I don't get it. He wouldn't get it if he were Howard the Garbage Man. It has nothing to do with his celebrity. He just thinks that autographs are frivolous.
Well, it's irrational because he's good at talking. He does a great radio show that he works his ass off on, and then he gets very little free time. And now, during that free time, at any random moment, he could be talking to Beth about one of his relatives being sick, or you could be in the middle of a fight, and then you got to stop down, be cheery, and do something that it's not even what you do. You got to sign something.
But you could say that of anybody who gets asked for an autograph.
Clearly, Jason is fat.
No, but as a fat guy, I have an opinion on this. It's it's not so much for asking the first time, because Howard could just say no. I think it's the people that won't take no for an answer. That's what's fucking obnoxious.
You opinionated tub of lard.
It also depends upon the circumstance. I mean, Howard talked about he was at a school event with his daughter. You got to pick your spots.
And it's not. It's also Howard saying no, but then he's like, he knows people are like saying, well, what an asshole when he says no. So, like, does he have the right to say no?
Of course he has the right
Yeah,
to say no.
I got turned down when I was about 12 years old. I got turned down by Alan Alda for an autograph.
Oh.
And to this day, I still think he's an asshole for doing it.
I mean, right? It just could have been Alan Alda could have been having a ridiculously shitty day.
Yeah,
right.
But you're right.
You're a very ugly 12-year-old.
It sticks with you for life.
But how's Alan Alda having a shitty day?
Yeah,
Mash didn't get picked up for a 28th
Who says
season?
no to a 12-year-old girl for an autograph?
Ma'am, Alan Alda's an asshole, but not because he turned you down.
Tracy, are there any
You're right. I
circumstances?
grew up in the same hometown as him, so, people were always like, boy, you think Hawkeye and he's all like happy-go-lucky. Guy was like a total dick sometimes.
Oh, yeah, people really should
try.
try much harder to maintain their television persona during their real lives.
I mean, Tracy, is there any...
For your approval.
You're like one of those people who goes up to Carol O'Connor and says, say nigga!
Is there any...
Say fag!
Is there any situation where it's inappropriate to ask for an autograph then, according to you? Or should everyone just...
you have to look at it. All right, I'm not a celebrity, obviously, but you got to look at it, man. When you finally freaking get to see somebody that you like, and then you just want to stare at them, but then when you actually get the balls to go up and say, hey, I like what you do, and they pretty much tell you to go screw yourself, and it's not like
Well, what do you do for a living, Dingbat? What do you do for a living?
I'm a graphic artist.
So okay, so say somebody.
I'm a graphic artist.
Okay. So say somebody recognizes your work. What do you work on? Comic books or video games?
No, I work on a real estate magazine.
Oh, that's awesome. So somebody recognizes a house that you've written for sale on the side of, and they come up to you while you're talking to your child, and you're having a real moment where your child has just said, "Mommy, I really love you."
You're taking the soap out of your child's mouth.
And someone comes up to interrupt
a 12-year-old
you.
Alan
But Greg, you're bringing up the worst case scenario. A lot of times people are just walking down the street, and what about that? Why don't you use that as an example better? Howard's walking down the street. He's not doing anything, but it's still his time.
It's his time, and he works hard for it. It's not.
I guess you're right, but it's still to me that's part of the price of being celebrity.
Summer of '88, I'm on Bleecker Street with my friends at the back fence.
Oh no!
I walk out. I'm 19, on every pill ever made by a pharmaceutical company, and a lot of booze. And I see a mulleted Gary Dell'Abate.
True story.
Walking down the street, my buddy Joey Truncal goes, "That's Gary Dell'Abate," and I turn around, and 2 inches from Gary's face, he has a woman on his right arm. I say, "Baba Booey!" And Gary just made a look and rolled his eyes and kept walking.
But isn't that great on your date when that happens?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what level.
I got you laid that night, motherfucker.
I hope so.
Well, I want to turn this question around to Greg. Greg, so you're saying under no circumstance should anyone ever ask for an autograph?
No, I think after a show, like a stand-up show, perhaps if Howard were to go to a screening, a public event where there is a sense of him interacting with the public as an extension of his job. But if he's having a moment where, like Gary said, walking down the street, sitting at a restaurant, should he always just be available? Because to me, he can't be good on his show if he comes in exhausted and he hasn't had some downtime. So, let him recharge without having to necessarily be a fucking puppet for a bunch of people that want some contact so their lives don't seem as empty.
I know most of us in here know this, and I don't know how many, probably a lot of the audience knows it, but Richie Wilson and I were talking about this the other day. I love what Steve Martin does. And at first, when Richie Wilson first heard about it, he said he thought it was douchey. And then when I showed him what it actually said, Steve Martin does not sign autographs, but he gets asked all the time. So he carries business cards. And if you ask him for his autograph, he pulls out a business card, and it says, "This is to certify that you had a close encounter with Steve Martin, and he was a nice guy."
That's great.
I think that's some cool.
Yeah.
But now no one else can do that because he does that.
I saw him in the park the other day, and I asked to take a picture with him. I didn't get the card.
Oh, really? You should have asked for the card.
Or a picture, because I didn't have a camera, and he didn't
I know.
either.
I saw him in the bike shop in my neighborhood when I lived on the west side. I should have.
Well, I asked if he had a camera on him.
The card would be great.
Ralph Sorello, welcome to the Wrap-Up
Everyone has
Show.
a cell phone camera.
Hey, now.
Hey, Ralph.
I'd like to talk about this autograph thing.
I don't see, Greg, I don't see why you're just so nasty to that woman, calling her a dingbat and insulting her and she has an empty life, because if she runs into somebody famous, an autograph would mean something to her and be kind of a special thing.
Ralph,
I get that, and I think it's part of celebrity.
Can I ask you a question, honestly?
Let me just finish for a sec. And I think it's part of being a celebrity. I mean, getting your picture taken and all of this. I mean, some people might not like doing it. Some people might. You know what I mean?
But is it possible that some people become famous as an extension of them being very talented and finding the right occupation and excelling at it, but it not being what they signed up for to sign autographs? And
Wow.
Yeah, I agree with Ralph, Greg, a lot, in the sense that, there's a lot of occupations that you love to do, and you may not sign up for every aspect of it, but if you love 90% of it, then you have to take the other 10%
Why?
with it.
Can't you just do the 90?
No, but see, that's
I don't like waking up early, but I love this job, so I wake up early and come here.
Why do you have to do the other 10%?
Because it's part of the job.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, your job is to entertain people and to put material out on the airwaves that people will pay to listen to.
Okay, so in answer to that, you're right. It's not part of the job. But then don't be disappointed if you end up on websites that people call you an asshole.
I also said if someone asks, you should do it. I just, as a philosophy, feel that it is an imposition and it's beyond. I feel like a lot of people that are famous actually, believe it or not, are very awkward socially in their personal life. Like one very famous person we all know.
That's a huge revelation. That doesn't mean you can't stop and fucking sign your name on a piece of paper, wherever the fuck it is.
So you should make somebody who you really enjoy uncomfortable. You should but it destroy a moment for them, for yourself.
It doesn't always do that. Some people do like doing it. Some celebrities enjoy it. Maybe it feeds their ego, or maybe they just
then
say,
they should do it.
Or maybe they just say, this is great. But you're just figuring that any time you ask somebody for an autograph, it's an imposition.
Didn't say that. I said that when they're at a public event, when it's a media event, when it's associated with them promoting whatever it is that they do for a living, then it's part of the job. But when they're sitting in a restaurant...
let's go down Greg's okay autograph list. The bottom line is you look like an asshole, and...
Ralph, can I ask you something seriously?
You have the right not to do it,
no,
but
Ralph,
you look like an asshole.
Honestly, the last 3 or 4 times I've been on the show, you've called in and been really hostile to me, and I'm wondering if there's something underneath it. Honestly.
No,
honestly.
I mean,
don't fucking hide from it, because there's something going on. You don't normally talk to me like this, and every time you call in, you got a big fucking problem with me, and I don't know what it is.
No, I mean, I'm reacting to something you said.
No, you're not. You're calling in to bust my balls again and again, like somehow I must have offended you. I must have said something you didn't like, and now you got this little hair on your asshole, and you call in like a little bitch, and you say shit to me every time. What is it?
No, well, I think in general, I mean... honestly,
here it comes. Now you're going to be honest. I have to drag it out.
Yeah, no, you don't have to drag it out. You don't have to drag anything out.
Because you weren't going to say anything.
No, I mean, but it's a larger thing. I mean, I think in general you come off bad on the air, you come off whiny, and you come off like an asshole, and that's what I said last time.
Yeah.
When we were talking about all this stuff, and I just said, well, maybe you're just an asshole. I mean, with all this trouble you have, you're getting in fights on the street over because somebody waved at you the wrong way or something, and you were just talking about this autograph thing, and I think you're way off. You're insulting this caller who's a subscriber who pays money, and you're putting that woman down. I just think you're being an asshole.
So you're the police of decorum on the Sirius Network.
I'm the
Howard really
judge.
shouldn't. We shouldn't. Let's not respect Howard and Baba Booey's decisions on who should be on the show. Let's listen to the fucking dresser, the Ramon clone, who calls in because he sits naked in his fucking bed all day with nothing to do, and then decides to be the police for Sirius.
I have a robot.
Artie,
I'm
will you
not
take a photo with me?
You're amazing. You're such an important, integral part of this network. Thank you for letting me know where I should be as a performer on the Sirius Network.
Artie, I'm serious. I really want a photo.
Not now.
I don't think I'm doing that. I'm just commenting. You're putting yourself out there, and but don't worry, I don't want an autograph from you.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Now, what brings you down to the Howard Stern show today?
Well, I've always wanted to meet Howard Stern. He's quite a great American success story. A maverick, a guy who kind of marches the beat.
Are you a fan of Howard's?
Yeah, in many ways. I really admire a lot about him. I admire his independence and his vision, and how can you not admire the great success he's had?
Exactly.
I just hope he doesn't ask me to take my shirt off.
That might happen.
I ain't doing it.
So you're here to talk about your book, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
And what's that about?
Well, it's about the story that surrounds me right now. The guy who used to be the governor has been falsely accused of things he didn't do, and I'm fighting back, and I'm getting the truth out. The book's a way to be able to do that, and it's in many ways an epic story, and it's a story that's still ongoing, with a lot of chapters yet to be written because of the false accusations and what the prosecutor and the government is attempting to do, and why they won't succeed, and why I'll be fully vindicated because the truth's on my side. And the great irony is that I was accused of things by a prosecutor who took snippets of conversations out of private tape conversations, misled the people, and in many ways mutilated the truth. And that very prosecutor went into court and prevents me from telling you what I know is on those tapes, prevents the public from hearing all those tapes, because once they hear them all, they'll see that what was said about me is not true, and they'll see a completely different reality. Some of that I write in the book.
And you feel that the Howard Stern show is a good place for you to get this off your chest, right?
I feel like the Howard Stern show is a good place to, talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but that's certainly one of them.
Great. All right, well, hang tight, and we'll see you in a little bit.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
So, Rod Blagojevich, who used to be the governor of Illinois, which is a big deal, had to leave office because he is now up. He's up on charges that he did something illegal. He was trying to sell a Senate seat to the highest bidder, and now he's written a book called Governor. Right? Is that the name of the book? Governor. And it's in stores now, and he's agreed to come in here and say hi to us. And here is the governor, Rod Blagojevich. Who's getting him out? Who's attacking you out there? Howard 100 News?
Ed Torian.
Oh, Ed Torian. Be careful, he'll hook you up. And then, would you ever consider taking a lie detector test to get free of all charges?
Well, I have to talk to my lawyers, but I'm not averse to that. I know what the truth is, and I've done nothing wrong. And whether I say it there or here in your show or in a court of law under oath, it's the same story.
Are you attracted to Howard Stern?
I'm impressed with Howard Stern. Can I sit down here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Now, do we still call you governor? I'm going to call you governor.
You can also call me Rod, or you can call me erstwhile governor.
I'll call you governor.
Okay.
Why not? Listen, you served as governor. You got elected by the people of Illinois. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment. Where'd you grow up?
In the city of Chicago, on the near northwest side, in a neighborhood probably like a lot of typical neighborhoods in a place like Brooklyn.
Were you a middle-class kind of kid, a rich kid? What category did you fall into?
Lower working class. My dad was an immigrant. He came from Eastern Europe. He fought the Nazis, spent 4 years in a prisoner of war camp, and then after that he was in a refugee camp for 3 years, waiting for the U.S. Congress to pass a law that would allow him and all these others with these long and hard-to-pronounce last names a chance to come to America. So he worked in a steel factory. My mom was a working mom. She worked for the public transportation system in Chicago.
So your parents worked? You didn't come from privilege or anything like that?
No. Grew up in a 5-room apartment, But my parents sacrificed and worked hard and gave me a chance to live the American dream. And
what happened? You went to college?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. I have a degree from Northwestern in history.
Northwestern, and then you went to law school?
I went to law school. Are you ready for this?
Where?
Pepperdine in Malibu, California.
Oh, that must have been a party, huh?
You ought to see my grades.
Bad?
Well, I mean, gentleman C scholar. Barely.
Really? But you passed the bar?
Yes, of course.
Did you do it the first time?
The second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
Was that a great disappointment to you not to pass the bar the first time? It's almost like your driver's when you hear somebody didn't pass the driver's test the first time, you go, oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a great disappointment, but looking back, it was the appropriate thing. It's not like I learned anything in law school. So.
Were you a ladies' man in college?
Well, I probably shouldn't acknowledge anything like that.
Why not? Why can't you acknowledge that?
How do you define that?
Well, you're at Pepperdine. It's fun.
Yeah.
The sun. You're not exactly studying hard. You're getting a C. What were you busy doing?
I learned a lot about other parts of life that fill you out as a person.
Were you a hippie? Were you sort of like what kind of crowd did you roll with? Were you a jock? What were you in college?
Well,
just sort of like an average guy.
Yeah, in college,
What was your shtick for getting laid? I'm asking. I mean, were you a drug guy? Were you,
No, I was.
You never
I was
dealt pot. You never did any of that.
No, I think genuine interest in.
Ever smoke weed in college?
Well, no, I was asked that question publicly, and I've done it twice, and I remember both occasions.
Didn't like it?
Yeah, it was. I run and I don't smoke, so
right. It destroys your lungs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not something.
I'm not a big drug guy myself. I mean, I did my thing. I tried them all, and that was it.
Yeah,
and that was it. But in Pepperdine, you were drinking, I bet, a little partying.
All things in moderation.
Are you
right?
saying you were a virgin in college?
No, I'm not saying that. And everything I say is subject to being cross-examined in court of law.
You're going to go to court, and they're going to want to know, when did you get laid, and when was the first time? So were you...
I'm going to write all about that in my second book.
Did you mention, were you popular with women when you were... I'm just trying to understand background here. Were you popular with women in high school?
I dated the captain of the cheerleading team.
You dated the captain of the cheerleading?
High school.
Yes. What was it with you?
She was sweet, and she was one of my, early loves.
How did you get her? Did you have a great gift of gab?
I guess you'd have to ask her that. Whatever it was, she was certainly willing.
You're here to tell us.
Yes.
Forget about all your other stuff.
Yeah.
That you were banging the captain of the cheerleaders in high school.
Well, I wouldn't quite phrase it like that. She was my girlfriend.
That is impressive.
I was madly in love early in life, and and I'm still madly in love with my wife now.
Well, forget your wife for now. I understand your wife, and
who may very well be listening. So I just want her to know that I'm madly in love with her.
You've never discussed with your wife your previous sexual partners?
Well, I mean, we have an open and honest relationship, so we trust each other and we love each other. We're soulmates.
How old were you when you met your wife?
I met my wife March 6, 1988, so I was, 31.
31?
Yeah.
So you were already a practicing lawyer?
I was a practicing lawyer. I was a prosecutor at the time when I met her. And I was just leaving the state's attorney's office in Cook County.
Attractive woman. I saw her on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah.
I thought that she was hot and devoted to you. Most women would have left, right? They would have said, there's trouble. Let's get the hell out of this thing.
People say that to me. I don't know. All I know is how Patty is, and she's a special person. And it never dawned on me for a moment that there would be any issues between us. In fact, this has brought us closer together.
Well, the whole deal with
there you are.
Two.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. The whole deal with him is she even, turned against her own family for you. You weren't that popular with her dad, from what I understand.
Is that right? You mean to begin with?
Well, no. Her father and I had a very good relationship in the very beginning. It's a tragic story. I write about some of this in my book. He's a Chicago alderman, a ward boss, and was very helpful and instrumental in my political career early on. And
so he's a politician, a career politician.
A politician.
Okay.
Got angry because I shut down a landfill that he was involved in, and he made accusations that he later retracted. There were other issues, and I write about it very painfully in my book. It's a complicated relationship. There are elements of him that I really love and I miss.
So you're on the outs with your father-in-law. He won't talk to you.
No, I wouldn't say that. We spent Christmas Eve together, but it's a very difficult relationship in view of all that's happened.
So he's angry with you. His daughter's involved with you. Now it's the disgrace. So it's like all this shame and everything. It could make you go mental, right? You could crack from all this.
Well, no, it's not quite like that. No, except you know what the truth is. Now, what'll make you mental, as you say, is the injustice of the whole thing.
All right, so let's assume you're innocent. If you're innocent, and then you go into family dinners, and now the old man's like, I told you the guy was a bum. I mean, it's got to make you crazy, right?
Makes you mashuggy.
Yeah, right.
No, it's not quite like that. It's different. He, frankly, played a role in some of the issues that I have to deal with today because I write about that in the book. Again, there's a Shakespearean element to this story. And
what did he do? Did he set you up in a way? Are you saying? You're saying your own father-in-law set you up?
I'm saying he made a false accusation. He got angry at me when I did my public duty, closed the landfill he was involved in. He got angry, accused a close associate, political fundraiser, friend of mine, of illegally raising campaign funds. And then he was threatened with a lawsuit. He retracted that. But once he did that, he unleashed the furies, and suddenly these federal investigators.
Why did you go after your father-in-law? Let's say your father-in-law does have a landfill or something. He's involved in it. Right. Why go after him? I mean, there's so many things. Like, did you want to look the other way?
Well, that's the issue. When you learn about something like that, that's the question I raise in the book. Do you do your public duty, protect the environment, make sure people have the proper permits, you follow the law?
Right.
Or do you pretend like you didn't see it? Now, it's traditional in that Chicago political environment probably to look the other way.
Did your wife tell you, listen, lay off my father?
She was caught in the middle of the whole thing. But, she was supportive. And, again, these are very serious things because, again, I'm the governor. I have this big responsibility, and I knew this was going to be a problem. But I did what I know was right. Court sustained what we did. They went back, they fixed their problem, and they continued on in their business. The problem was the accusation he made left in the wake. Serious allegations that began the scrutiny that my administration and a friend and some others unfortunately had to deal with.
So when you were a kid, did you fantasize about being a politician? Was this the career you wanted?
I wanted to be a baseball player.
Right. Okay. So when that doesn't happen, like, and you
Right.
go to law school, when you went to law school, you said, "Hey, this is a good way for me to get into politics. I want to be the governor someday. Maybe I want to." Did you ever dream of being the president?
Well, I think anybody in politics at a level like that who gets that high. I mean, I write in the book that David Axelrod, who's Rahm Emanuel's political consultant, called me the day after President Bush beat John Kerry and suggested to me to have an open mind about running for president in 2008. His idea was a Midwestern new face, a governor. At the time, he had the governor of Iowa was a client. He was thinking about me, and he had in Barack Obama. And I write, he had the right horse in the stable, but he was kind of tilling the soil a little bit to see.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, this has got to be mind blowing to you. One day you're the governor, and now you've been. I guess the way I understand it is you were wiretapped.
Right.
They listened to your phone calls. And someone said, "Hey, this guy is trying to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat."
Right.
And you've claimed all along that if you listen to the entire tapes, which they will not release to us,
right.
if you listen to the entire tape, it will vindicate you. And you are confident that when you go to court, they will play these tapes and you will be vindicated. Am I correct?
I am confident that I will be vindicated. I'm certain the tapes will set me free. And I'm hopeful every tape is heard in court.
Right.
Because these prosecutors may attempt to prevent some of that. The great irony here, Howard, is you've got a prosecutor, the heavy hand of the federal government. You've dealt with the FCC, so you know what that can be like.
Yep.
And they, as I write in my book, the morning before I was arrested, I directed my chief of staff over to the telephone to work out a routine political deal. I told him to work out the tactics that would put 500,000 people to work, create health care for 50,000, 300,000 people. That was a deal I wanted. And then I wanted a written guarantee not to have a tax increase in Illinois for 2 years. Rahm Emanuel and other leading U.S. senators were helping put this deal together. The next morning at 6 a.m., I have FBI agents in my home arresting me. And then the prosecutor alleges he was stopping a crime spree before it happened. He mutilated the truth.
So you're claiming that when you say on the tape, even the little part we heard, I know I'm going to get paid for this seat. You're saying, yeah, in politics, I want the payoff. I want this, and this if someone's going to get the seat. I want guarantees for the people of Illinois.
For the people of Illinois. And I don't know that I ever said anything like I want to pay off or I want to be paid.
Right.
They made a big stink out of this phrase, this is effing gold, and I'm not giving it up for nothing.
Right.
And I know what people think when they hear that. The next line is,
how much I can get.
Yeah, it is simply not that. Now, again, I'd love to tell you what comes next, but they won't let me. And I can only tell you, it ain't what they're suggesting it is. And there was never, ever an intention on my part to sell the Senate seat for money.
So is your legal strategy, give me the tapes, subpoena the tapes, and I'll play them in court, and I will be vindicated. That's the strategy, right?
Well, I think it's not quite as simple as that. There are other evidence and some other witnesses and all the rest. But that's essentially, a lot of what this case is I think, going to be shown by those tapes.
Do you lay awake at night saying, wait a second, let's assume what you're saying is true. You're innocent.
I am.
But people go to jail all the time who are innocent. You're facing maybe 20-something years in jail, right? If this thing goes down and people just want to do, let's say they do a witch hunt on you. Let's say somehow they don't release all the tapes. I don't know what happens. Something goes wrong.
Right.
Aren't you flipping? Would you ever consider suicide if you had to go to prison for 20 years? I actually would.
Well, no, but a close friend of mine just took his life.
Right, I know.
Because the federal prosecutors were trying to get him to lie about me. He had admitted to wrongdoing on cases not involving me, dealing with contracts with the O'Hare Airport in the city of Chicago, not my administration, and acknowledged his mistakes. And they were going to offer to significantly reduce his jail sentence if he would lie about me. He refused to do that. In the meantime, the sentence he was getting was very significant, 8 years.
Wow.
And I think maybe possibly threatened with even more. And then just the other day, he took his life and left behind 3 little girls.
So are you able to sleep at night knowing that, like, I could go to jail for 20? I mean, what's your life like now? Are you on any kind of medication? Are you? I mean, seriously? I mean, you seen a psychiatrist? Anything?
No, not at all.
Don't you need to talk to someone about this?
I wrote a book and I talked to you and others, and
I'm hardly a psychiatrist.
Well, but you are a big mountaintop. And Howard, when you're an honest person and something like this has happened to you, when you've lived the American dream as I have,
yes,
okay, and this nightmare has happened, which is so un-American and not what America's supposed to be, you're still only in America. where else can you write a book?
But come on, you cannot possibly lay awake at night. I mean, I could understand. I would be like, oh my God, I'm going to go.
Well, maybe it's because it's not imminent, because, he still has a trial to go through, and maybe he still believes that eventually this is going to all be righted.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's going to be righted. Is it scary? Of course it is. And do I have those moments? I write about in the book. My little 6-year-old Annie's at her kindergarten graduation when my wife was in the jungle in Costa Rica, and I was there, and my sister-in-law Deb, who was filming it, and she's a big fan of yours, by the way, and sure would love to meet you. She's actually here.
I would love to say hello.
But my little Annie was sitting there in the circle and with all her little classmates, just so sweet and precious, and I looked at her, and of course, from time to time you have a thought, and you ask yourself, will I see this next year, and will I see...
Have you explained to her what went down? Do you talk to the kids about it, or are they too young?
The little one has a different perspective than our older one who just turned 13. She's a lot more aware of things. But, I mean, they both are. My wife has talked to them as the need arises, and I think does done a real good job keeping them, focused on what their lives are. And they're little kids with typically ordinary lives in most cases.
Before you got into politics, were you a very successful attorney? I mean, were you making a good living?
Yeah.
So you were a pretty wealthy guy. I mean, you worked your way up and you made some decent money. Are you completely out of dough now? I mean, are you facing bankruptcy?
No, but when I was hijacked from office, because that's what it was, I was prevented from bringing in evidence to prove my innocence. They didn't even prove any wrongdoing.
You tried to stay in office, but then they had a vote to...
Yeah, they offered me, through third parties, an offer was made to me to step aside, incapacitated till I clear my name, and get fully paid by the taxpayers.
Wow.
I turned it down, because that would be the wrong thing, because I wouldn't be working, and I didn't want to be bought off in that way. Plus, I questioned their motivations on some other things, but... I lost my job suddenly. My wife worked in an organization that helped the homeless.
Right.
And then
she got canned?
She had a 1-year contract. They breached it. She's entitled legally to about $80,000, but we didn't want to sue an organization that needs every dollar it can to help the homeless. So neither one of us had any income.
Do you guys? Do you and your wife talk about this every single day now? It's consumed your life, I would assume, right? I mean, you can't have a normal life. Did a lot of your friends?
This is life.
Did a lot of your personal friends leave you? Like, have they just turned their backs on you and said, "We don't want to know you anymore"?
Well, let me answer that, but let me just go back to, we're rebuilding our financial situation, and again, we've had opportunities that most people who've lost their jobs don't have.
Right.
I mean, I was offered a TV opportunity to be on a TV show in the jungle.
You would have done that, huh? I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
I would have forced myself to do it.
What kind of dough were they offering, 150?
It was good.
Give me a number.
I can't.
Give me the number.
We're prohibited from...
Right now. No, you're not.
No, NBC says no.
How much would ABC pay those cheap bastards? How much would they have paid you?
No, it was NBC. They were very generous.
NBC. I bet you... I'm going to take a guess and tell me if I'm in the ballpark. I'm going to say $100,000, 125.
Interesting.
And this is a primetime show that's taken up most of their time. Don't you think you could have done better than that?
Well, I'm not acknowledging that's the number. Let me simply say...
Go ahead.
NBC was the network that helped Elvis on his comeback in '68.
Right.
This is the beginning of my comeback.
Is it a comeback, you think?
Yeah, I know it is.
You think if you're vindicated, you could be elected governor again?
Yes, I think I'm certain of that. But
well, you know what? There's something that hasn't
I believe in
been
comebacks.
asked here. If you are being... This is a frame-up. If what you're saying is true, you're being framed... Who would want to frame you? And what they would want, I guess, is for you to be out of office. And they have effectively done that, whether you win this case or not. So do you think is behind all this?
Yeah, who is framing you? Who are the masterminds of this?
It's a complicated thing, and I have a very strong opinion on the motivations. But I don't think it's appropriate for me to say some of that. And I don't believe it's a conspiracy between the prosecutor and political enemies of mine in Illinois. I think one thing led to another. But you have to remember, President Obama and I have some relationships that are mutual. I write about that in the book. There's a guy by the name of Tony Resco that Barack Obama knew very well. He introduced me to Obama.
Right.
He got in trouble. He did some things wrong. He was a big contributor to Democrats, me, Barack, and everybody in Illinois, the new Governor Quinn, the Madigans, who were political people. And long story short, he's sort of a central figure in some of this drama, and you have to ask yourself whether or not, the new administration was coming in, and this prosecutor wanted to act quickly and create a dynamic that made it hard for the new president to make it, to kind of go in a different direction.
Who's the guy who gave the okay to wiretap you in the first place? Do you know?
Well, you have to go before a judge to do that.
Oh, you do? So you don't even know? But it could be the prosecutor? You don't know?
Well, no, the prosecutor seeks it, and then the judge has to approve.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
All right. So now, you have enough money to live?
We're rebuilding, and we're blessed
Were you
for the
broke?
opportunities. We were busted right after this all happened. I didn't expect to lose my job all of a
Do
sudden.
you still have your house?
Yeah, and the kids still stay in the same school, which is a private school. We've been able to get back quickly. Again, unusual opportunities that most people have lost their jobs.
So you went from being a millionaire?
No, never a millionaire.
Never a millionaire?
No.
But very comfortable?
No. My legal practice was doing well.
Right.
But then these political opportunities came, and
Right.
then I ran for Congress. And when I ran for Congress and won, you can't practice law. And so that was the end of my law practice.
Why can't you? Because it's impossible to hold two jobs at the same point. I mean, Congress is a full-time job, I guess, right?
That's correct.
Right.
As a state lawmaker, you can.
You're not allowed. Right.
Yeah.
So your income takes a hit.
Right.
You put things aside, you take the whole political route, and then this whole scandal happens. And that's got to throw your whole financial world into it. So all of a sudden, celebrity, get me out of here. You got to do it.
You got to go in the jungle and eat tarantulas.
Yeah, because
That's
really,
right.
how are you going to? People think you have unlimited funds. You don't have it, right?
And then when you can't do it, your
Consumer
wife has
debt.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, the judge wouldn't allow me to go, and then Patty was willing to do it. And all I can tell you is that this is a mother who loves her children and is willing to do something like that for her kids and her family. And
I felt bad for her. She was crying a lot on that. I'm sure it was hard for you to watch. Did you watch the show?
I watched every one of them, and it was painful to watch in many ways. But it was a good experience for her, and she made friends that I think she'll keep for the rest of her life. We became very close with John, Sally, Francis, and Angela. Tori Hunter, the wrestler, who, if she was on your show, I know what you'd ask her to do.
What would I ask her to do?
Take her blouse off.
Goddamn, I'm going to ask you to take your blouse off.
I was afraid you were going to do that.
And I know you're here with your sister. I'm going to have her take her blouse off, too. Why not?
Anyone who has a blouse on, it'll be off.
Hey, they
Everybody's
tell me you
blouse
can
is
swear
off.
on this show. Is that true?
You can.
It's too early in the morning for me to say those words, but if you listen to some of the tapes, you'll hear them.
Yeah, so you like curse words. You are a fun-loving guy, right?
I think so, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
fucking right.
Now, Elliot Spitzer went down too. Do you empathize with him, or do you feel it's a whole different situation? Do you feel he is guilty of something and that he should have resigned, or do you have some sort of empathy with him?
A combination. I don't. The decision to resign was his decision.
Right.
Yes, of course, I have empathy for him, for his wife.
Should he have stayed in office?
That's a decision he would have to make. I don't know what the dynamics were.
Did you ever meet the guy?
No, I never did. But, I mean, if you were to look at his situation and look at mine, I think it's fair to say, and I know I probably shouldn't say this, he got a blowjob and I got fucked. But I'll be back. But I'll be back. I mean, and there's no dispute with regard to his behavior, but there's big dispute with regard to what
They even say Spitzer's trying now to get back. I mean, he might even consider a comeback, they said.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he'll do all right. I don't know.
I can see him trying to do that.
So the book's called Governor.
Yes.
And you wrote this right after, I guess someone approached you to write this thing, gave you a decent advance, I hope, right?
They've been fair to us and excellent. And I want to plug the publisher, Michael Wiener, who just passed away. But he took a chance on me to give me a chance to write this book.
You write it with a writer, or do you just sit down and do this yourself?
I did it all by myself.
No kidding.
6 boxes of crayons, but I wrote the whole book by myself.
You wrote the whole book by yourself.
Yes.
This is in your words.
Yes.
And they'll probably take the book and use it at the trial. When is this trial going to happen? Do we know?
In June. It's scheduled for June.
Would you like it sooner than June? Would you like, because in a way you probably have it hanging over your head. Right. Why do you think it's taking so long to go to trial? Seems like a high-profile case. They could make it happen faster. Do you think they're having trouble finding evidence against you?
All those are good. Those are all good questions. They're very prudent observations by you. I don't know exactly why. That could be some of the factors. They sent us something like 3 million documents to review, which is to me just an effort by them to wear down your lawyers and win
wear down your
truth.
finances.
Yeah, that's right. I don't believe that's significant, though. I mean, the bottom line is, the tapes tell a big story.
What do your lawyers say to you? Are your lawyers confident they're going to get you off?
Absolutely.
They are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Did they give you... When you sit down with a lawyer, you say, listen, give it to me straight.
Yeah.
Give me a percentage.
Yeah.
What's my odds here of winning this case? You got a 90% shot of winning it? You got a 50% chance? What's your odds?
Well, they don't talk like that. They're just saying they're all confident we're going to win. I mean, there's a complete confidence. They've heard they've seen enough evidence. Let me put it that way, because I'm prevented by this court order to talk about what's on these tapes. But we have access to those tapes. My lawyers have heard them all.
Has anyone offered you a deal?
No, but there is no deal. I'm not pleading to anything. I've done nothing wrong.
If someone came to you today and said, listen,
right,
I want you to admit guilt.
Right.
You do a year. Right. You're done with this thing.
No.
You won't do it.
No way. I have done nothing wrong. And I write in the book, again, I'm fighting for my children and their reputation and for their lives and their futures. I'm fighting for my late parents, my immigrant father and my mother who worked so hard. They didn't raise their kids to be in a situation like this and have our names sullied. We are honest people. We meet our responsibilities. I honestly fought for the people. Every child in my state gets health care. No state did that before. All of our senior citizens take free public transportation. No state does that. I insured every uninsured woman with mammograms and pap smears, routine, so that they can catch breast cancer early and have the treatment if God forbid, cancer's found. I went around the legislature to get a lot of this done because they were blocking me. And so, yeah, I did controversial things, but they were always
Robin, you
for
have
the
to
people.
love that. Robin has just been told she has a G cup.
Oh, God, help
believe
me.
it or not. So our breasts have to be checked regularly.
The governor needs to hear that.
Well, the governor likes that stuff.
Cancer can't spread that quick.
That's right.
I
That's
voted
pretty
no on
impressive.
impeachment. Huh?
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, a record amount of money in public education without raising taxes on people. Minimum wage increases twice for low-wage workers.
Do you think you're still popular with the people?
I have my detractors, but I think I have a lot of supporters out there, too.
If you had offered free heroin, Artie would have moved to Chicago. I think that would have been it, right? You would have gone right away.
I'm looking at a court case, too. I'm not talking.
That's right. He's got to. When is your case coming up?
I don't know.
What are your lawyers saying?
What are your lawyers saying?
What are your
They're
chances?
confident.
They're confident, too.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's confident. It's a great day. Everybody's going to court. Well, let me tell you something. This is
Well,
some
you
story.
know what I wonder about? No. I wonder about the days when he was embattled and people were, sort of demanding that you step down, but you continued on trying to be governor. You appointed someone to the Senate seat, and you were, I guess, at the State House every day trying to get things done. I mean, what was that like? That must have been a nightmare as well, because you're trying to do business and nobody wants to do business with you because you're like a lame duck at that point.
Yeah, well, you're worse than a lame duck. You're like
You're a pariah.
Well, almost a slain duck.
Right. No, it's embarrassing.
Well, not really. And I'll tell you why. Because I just know what the truth is on this. And my position was this. If I did something wrong, I'd have resigned. I would have never taken the deal to get paid for not doing work, but they offered that. There was a lot of reasons why they wanted to get rid of me that fast. Political reasons, policy reasons on the part of the Democrats in Illinois who wanted to raise taxes. And there was a reason why the National Democrats fought me on the Senate pick. I picked Roland Burris, an African-American former Attorney General. No African-Americans in the United States Senate in the age of Obama.
Yeah, but people thought that was sort of like a political move. Okay, I'll take this African-American guy. I'll look like a good guy, this and that. It was almost like a desperate move to put him in. People disagreed with your choice there.
Oh, there was a lot of fury, and it came from the political establishment. But you have to understand, before all this came down, and we had discussions over the telephone with different people, the National Democratic Senate leadership didn't want me to appoint an African-American to the Senate. Not because they were racist, but it was racial. They felt that whoever I picked, Jesse Jackson Jr. or Danny Davis, or some of the other African-American names, they couldn't get reelected. So they had an idea who they wanted.
Right.
And in the age of Obama, I thought that was very hypocritical in many ways. And then when all this changed, I had a duty to appoint a senator. And I felt since the first deal wouldn't happen, that I can then appoint an African-American who had been sort of a safe pick and people sort of liked him and respected him. And then he got a bad deal by the Democrat establishment in Washington. Here you have 100 senators and not one African-American. You have an African-American president, and the Democrats enjoy a majority in the United States Senate because of the African-American vote in New York, in Illinois, in Maryland, in Michigan. Those are probably Republican senators without the African-American vote, and they can't accept one man who's African-American. They come up with this flimsy excuse that it was because of the guy who sent him.
Right. It's funny when you go through something like this, and I imagine psychologically it's like it's crazy. But then you start getting weird offers too. Were you offered to have a paid appearance at the Bunny Ranch, the prostitution place?
What?
What is that all about?
You know that, early on, things like that were coming in. And even though I was unemployed and had no income,
right.
I respectfully declined that offer.
What did they want you to do at the Bunny Ranch? Have sex
Were
with
you going to have
women?
sex with your voters?
What was the offer? What? I don't even understand. I can understand if you were a woman, why they'd want you there. Why would they want you at the Bunny Ranch?
Yeah.
As I recall, it had something to do with judging some kind of contest.
Oh, gee.
Okay, now there's a footnote to your story.
Right.
Months go by, and I was just recently in Los Angeles and having dinner in Hollywood.
Right.
And I meet that guy. I think his name is Phil Hoff.
Dennis Hoff.
Dennis Hoff. A heck of a nice guy.
Right. Very charming.
A real nice guy.
Right.
And he reminded me of the offer, and I said, "Hey, man, don't just because you're in the bordello business, I was in politics. It's not like we weren't working in the same kind of field."
So they offered you a fee to come judge stage some sort of beauty pageant or something, and that you felt, well, maybe that won't look too good, and that's not your scene.
Yeah, that didn't get past.
You also turned down an offer to drive a race car and play outfield for a minor league baseball team. Is that true?
Yeah, that baseball one was really interesting. I thought seriously about that one. But,
that would have been good. I might have got to a game. Now, and your sister's with you. I understand she's a gay woman.
Yep.
And she is married to a woman?
Her partner's with her, Kristen Baker. Hopefully you'll meet her too.
Are you allowed to have gay marriage in Illinois?
No, but they love you because back in 1995 you were one of the first big leading advocates for gay marriage, and they love you.
Would you have approved of gay marriage in your state if it sort of was up to you? Not that it is.
I didn't support that, and my sister-in-law, God bless her, was at a gay pride parade, and on one of them she had a big sign on it, had my name on it with a big red slash through it.
Why wouldn't you support, if you have a gay sister, I assume you approve of the
very
lifestyle?
much so. Yeah, very much.
Why not approve of gay marriage? I still don't understand why more politicians won't do it. Are they afraid of the constituency and the right wing and the religious types?
Well, it's a great question, and I've read history enough to know that, as Franklin Roosevelt used to tell Eleanor Roosevelt, she used to bombard him with memos constantly every day, and he had a rule. He finally told her, Eleanor, I'm only reading 2 of them a day.
Right.
And she was so interested in social change and a social activist that her heart was in all the right places. But he was more practical as a politician on what could actually get done.
Right.
You can't get too far out in front where the rest of the people are. And Illinois is not quite in the same place as, let's say, Vermont or California or Hawaii on an issue like this. It's going in that direction. I think there's almost an inevitability to it.
Shouldn't our leaders take a stand on something like that, even if it's unpopular? I guess it's just they're afraid to. I mean, you have to try to bring a lot of people into the tent, so to speak, when you're a politician.
Look what happened to Lincoln. He got ahead of the crowd.
That's right. You got a little too far ahead of the crowd. That's right. Yeah.
They shot him in the head.
That's right.
But you can actually hurt a cause if you jump too early. I mean, if you believe in a cause like that, carefully nurturing it and moving it forward. I'll say this as the governor, I was the first governor in Illinois history to give every gay state employee domestic partnership benefits. I support civil unions, which is not that unusual for a Democrat today,
right.
but I've supported that for the longest time. And my sister-in-law and Kristen, if they were to get married, which would be a wonderful thing, I'd be just excited about obviously being
I just
there.
went to my first gay wedding, but I tell you, I love lesbians. You know that I've built a whole career out of loving lesbians.
That's an understandable position.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a position I took early on. I was way ahead of the pack on that.
Yeah.
Well,
I've had discussions with other governors about that subject, I'll tell you.
Well, I've learned a couple of things.
Yes.
I've learned probably the most impressive thing about you is that you dated the prom queen.
No, she was the captain of the cheerleaders.
Captain of the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah.
Why did you break up with her? I would think you'd stick with that.
I went away to college.
And she left you.
She sent me a Dear John letter, halfway through the year. She did.
Let me guess, she told you your penis wasn't big enough. That's what happened to me.
No.
I dated an actress when I was very young. I was head over heels in love. She told me she met a guy with a bigger penis, if you can imagine.
That's interesting. That's the character builder, though, isn't it, Howard?
It sure is.
Yeah.
When you lose someone like the head cheerleader, is that even a bigger disappointment than losing your office of governor? I mean, it's got to be a mind blowing.
Or does it prepare you for something?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you say, look, I know disappointment. It's not a big deal. I can get past this.
My dad used to teach me, a lot of things, more by example than by sitting down and talking. He wasn't that way. But one of the things he actually did say was, you can judge who you are not by how many times you get knocked down, but how many times you pick yourself up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you ever go on Facebook and try to contact her and see if she's around?
No.
Nothing like that?
It's like, no.
Do you know if she's fat now? Because that would be great.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't. Let me tell you something. I am madly in love with my wife.
No, I understand, but still, I'm in love with my wife.
Yes.
But I always go back to see old girlfriends to see if they got fat.
I heard she's enormous.
That's right. Yeah. I heard, yes. We looked her up. The cheerleader's enormous.
I'm on her Twitter page right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
She wasn't that. I don't think she had that propensity.
Right. Well, let me tell you, it's impressive resume. I mean, the sexuality of all that.
Yeah.
Now listen.
Mm-hmm.
The governor has written a book called Governor. Are you going to make any in-store appearances? Are you going to sign books, or is that too wild for you right now?
No, happy to do it.
Has anybody approached you to go do some in-store stuff?
Yeah, there's some discussions. Yep.
So you might do it?
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Well, Howard, how are you feeling now? Are you feeling swayed?
Look, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm a big dopey guy. I don't know the evidence. I don't have evidence in front of me. I don't know if you seem like a really great guy, nice guy to hang out with. And that's the key to being a politician, a man who can make you feel important. You know, they said that about Bill Clinton. Walked in the room, suddenly you were the most important guy in the room. He just had that way of reaching out and making you feel included, and you don't seem full of yourself and all of that. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know the evidence. I haven't heard any tapes, like you yourself say. If I could hear the tape, that would be the end of this. We could end the whole controversy right now. I'm pulling for you. If you have been wronged and someone has set you up, I think it would be a travesty, and I'll be the first person to back you to get you back in office. Because it sounds like you're a sincere guy.
I appreciate that.
And if you go to jail, I'll forget your number. What am I going to do? Listen, what am I going to do? Well, right, Rob? What, are we going to visit him? I don't know.
I don't think we're going to go and visit, no.
You won't have
Do you want me to visit you if you go to prison? I'll come if you tell me right now you want me to visit you.
Look, you've never gone to prison.
Right.
You're not going.
Hey,
neither one of us are.
If you have to go to prison, and I hope you don't.
Neither one of us are.
But if you do go, I mean, first of all, you know, like ex-cops always get the crap beat out of them and stuff. I mean,
what does the governor get?
Although I think they'd send you to like a minimum security kind of place. You know what I mean? I don't think they'd give you the hard time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, have you looked into that at all?
It's different. It's not county jail, and it's not a state prison. Let's not even talk about it. It's just not going to happen.
I know, but even the guards, you know, the strip searching, the anal cavity search, they're going to do the whole thing on you, man. They'll be, hey, look, hey, governor, I see a hemorrhoid in here. I mean, that's,
hello.
That's hello. I hear an echo in here. I mean, can you imagine?
Who else wants to look at the governor's ass?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mean to make light. I mean, I would be in a. I don't even think I could leave. I don't know how the hell you're smiling and able to leave the room. Even if, what if they set you up and let's say you're completely innocent and then you get in cavity
Look, that's
searches.
the biggest fear. I mean, I don't think that far ahead. Perish the thought. You are one fucking funny guy. You know that? Let me say that. But that ain't going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
The truth. Let me just leave you with this. I mean, I don't know how much time you have. I got all day.
Go ahead.
Here, the accuser gets up, locks me up, has me in a cell. While I'm locked in this little tiny cell, that guy gets up and says he's stopping a crime spree before it happened and alleges I was trying to sell a sentencing for financial gain, right? I write in my book, the day before I direct my chief of staff to work out the tactics on a political deal that we've been discussing for weeks and weeks with top U.S. senators, Harry Reid, Menendez from New Jersey, my senior Senator Dick Durbin, former Speaker of the House Republicans, Denny Hastert and I spoke about the possibility of this, and a lot of other people. The long and the short of it is, somebody is lying. I'm either telling the truth or they are.
Right.
Somebody's lying. Now, the accuser doesn't want you to hear the tapes. The accused wants you to hear the tapes. This is the anti-Nixon, anti-Watergate scenario.
You say the tapes will set you free, and you're demanding the release of the tape.
I wanted those in the state Senate in January.
And they said no.
They said no. They wouldn't allow me to bring Rahm Emanuel in, who was our guy to get that deal done.
So the people who had to sit there and vote for like censure and say get you out of there, they didn't even hear the tapes. You're talking about politicians.
Correct.
Who didn't
They didn't hear the
tapes.
tapes. They wouldn't allow me to bring in witnesses like congressmen and senators and the president's chief of staff who was working with us on that deal.
But everyone's like sheep. They all voted against you except one person. Who was the one person who didn't vote against you?
A guy named Milton Patterson who had a stroke. I don't know, maybe that impacted him. Look, the fix was there.
He gave you the one vote.
Yeah, I think that was the reason
he was
why
out of it that day.
The fix was in.
What a nightmare. Well, listen, I hope you don't go to prison. I don't know what the hell it would be like for an ex-governor, I mean.
I'm for him.
Right. You like him?
I like that guy.
You're going to vote for him.
What's his name?
So, I mean, if you do go away.
Well, let me tell you something,
For 20
Howard.
years, you might. Do you think you would ever make it with a guy in order to?
No.
Never, right? You would never.
No.
If you got very lonely?
No way.
Just masturbation, right? That's it. Yeah.
You're not that close to the union.
Are you a physical guy? Can you fight at all?
I was a Golden Gloves boxer.
Oh, you were? Thank God. All right.
Yeah.
So you can handle yourself.
What I was going to say, Howard, was
All right.
it's even hard on the people who visit you in prison. It's not even, any nice experience.
Wow.
You get searched. You go through a lot. They take everything from you. You can't bring anything in. It's a real dehumanizing experience for everybody involved.
Now, your chief of staff has said he's going to testify against you?
Allegedly, yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think he did some wrongdoing at O'Hare Airport when he was there, and I think they found that. And I think, we've looked at what he says he's admitting to, which isn't even a crime. And I write in the book he may want to get himself another lawyer. I think he's so afraid of what they're threatening him with that he's simply going to say he did something he didn't do.
Well, listen, I mean, I wish you luck with the trial, and maybe Who knows? Is it possible this whole thing could be thrown out if the judge listens to some of the tapes and stuff, or maybe they'll just back off, or it's definitely going to go to trial?
We're preparing for trial.
You're preparing for trial.
And looking forward to the chance.
Yeah, well, what is the procedure there? Was there a grand jury, or was there a...
That came later. After they arrested me, they had 90 days to kind of put together their evidence, and then on like the 89th or shortly before the 90-day period, they went to a grand jury.
I see.
The jury selection's everything. Go with black guys. Some of the church ladies are very tough. I'd like to see a black jury.
I think you need that Dr. Phil. He helped Oprah.
Yeah, Dr. Phil will pick the jury. He knows how to do it. Go with no bald guys. They're going to be jealous of your full head of hair. I do a lot of this profiling.
We should have you come in as a consultant.
Let me help you with that. Listen, Governor Rod Blagojevich, his book is called The Governor, and it's in stores now. Go out, take a look. It's in his own words. He wrote it himself, and he asked that you give him a chance and buy it. And it was an honor to meet you, pleasure to meet you, and I wish you the best of luck. Again, I don't know. Listen, Robin, I don't know.
Look, if what he's saying is
anything.
true, this is a travesty, and it's an injustice, and you shake when you hear of things like this happening in America.
Yeah, and to a governor in the fifth biggest state in America.
Yeah.
If this could happen to me, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
This will be one of the great comeback stories in American history.
Listen,
you will see.
And if you are vindicated, I'll get behind you to get you reelected. If you don't get reelected, I'll give you a job here. We need a guy to tape TV shows with JD. He's overwhelmed back there.
Can I join Richard and Sal and do practical jokes?
You can do crank phone call. You can go
I
back
used to have
there
the
now.
president's phone number. We could play jokes on him.
Get the president's phone number. Come in here. Let's make a couple of phony phone calls and have a good time. But anyway, I wish you the best of luck. I really do. And the book is called The Governor. That's what you got to get. And I wish you all the best. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Governor.
Yes, sir.
How'd it go in there?
Fantastic. I mean, he's a nice guy. I probably shouldn't have said some of the words I said, but then again, I said those
Like
on
what?
some of those tapes. Well, like some of those words I said, but I
Some
figured
of those sex questions, maybe, or
Well, I didn't really acknowledge anything. He just sort of said it, and I just kind of mumbled some sort of evasive answer. But it was fun. He's obviously a very successful guy, and he's a lot of fun. And I can see why he's so successful. People like to listen to him. Robin's legendary, and so is the whole team.
So do you feel like this interview might have helped you?
Well, we'll see. You know how they play some of that stuff, but no, it was fun to do. He was very gracious and kind. He talked about my book and gave me a chance to be able to, get some of my story out, and that's all you can ask for.
That's right. All right, so you had a good time today, right?
Had a great time. Had a great time. Want to go back in it, but we got other things to do.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Good to be here today. I had 2 cups of coffee. I took 20 milligrams of Adderall, and I feel like everything chemically is perfect. New York Post, got it. Story about the rapist in Yale, got it. Story about the not rapist in Hofstra, got it. I feel like it's the SATs, and I'm gonna fucking nail it.
All right, so you're not gonna fight anyone this morning, right? No, well, last time.
Why would you fucking say that? I don't know. Don't fucking say. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Last time was all about your anger issues.
No, I'm doing better, I think. It's just, I think I hit a midlife crisis at 40. I'm 43 now, and I'm coming out of the tunnel, I think. But it's a rough time. I don't know if anybody has been through this recently, but if you have, please email me. I think we should. It's no joke. Men, midlife crisis, we're so castrated now. We're so held down. A white, balding man in this world. I'm guilty of everything. I've been polite. I feel like I've been making up for the sins of my forefathers for so long, and now I'm almost dead, and I'm realizing I don't care anymore. I gotta relax and just enjoy what's left.
Hey, did Greg ever show up?
Greg Fitzsimmons?
Can I tell you something, Howard?
What?
Always late.
Really?
Greg?
He talked about this on the wrap-up show once that, he thinks it's a passive-aggressive thing. I don't know if is he here? He just showed up.
Wow.
Is that even Greg's not showing us?
But he was late last time, too, and maybe the time before that.
It's okay.
Is he crying for attention?
Yeah.
I think Gary has a thing with Fitzsimmons. I don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Actually, Greg and I fixed that.
Oh, there
was something?
The thing is, we talked about that on the air.
What was it? I don't even remember.
There was a thing on the wrap-up show where Greg, we were talking about. It had to do with the way that Artie was behaving, and Greg was sort of explaining to John and I that we didn't understand show business, that we're not comedians. And it came across as kind of condescending. And then Greg called me after that and said, "You know what? It did come across sort of douchey," and then that was that.
Look, Artie's an asshole.
No, it was just he was just sort of like, you should, Artie's way more talented. You have to accept his behavior no matter what he does. God. And it was sort of like, Artie's way more talented than you. And it was sort of preaching to me and John about, the show.
I'm sorry I brought this up.
You sticking with the beard?
It looks that way.
Yeah, huh? Boy, it's white. Yeah. Gary's got an all-white beard, man. How does that make you feel, Robin?
It's just, whenever I look at it, it's weird because only the bottom is white.
Yeah.
Right, I know. I got a black mustache and a white beard. Now I'm working on a thing. I just bought a trimmer. I'm still going with a little bit more. I feel like if I trim it a little closer.
What does your wife think?
She likes it.
Yeah?
I'm getting about, I'd say it's about 50-50.
Which is the 50 that doesn't like it?
Well, Artie seems to be in the group that does like it, unless he's lying.
I know, I dig it, but I'm a pro facial hair guy at times. But I think it's all right.
Maybe his wife has an old man fetish, because I think that thing makes him look older.
It does make him look older. I'm not saying that's bad necessarily. Not
Right.
it's. I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool.
Let me explain some about show business, Gary. If you're gonna get older, you don't understand how this works.
Greg trying to explain show business again to Gary, that you don't walk around with a big gray beard. All right, we're going to take a break. Greg Fitzsimmons is here. Where is Greg?
He's here.
Well, he could have come in.
He was. You know what?
He was dying to come in?
He was dying to come in, and I
So
kept
he
saying,
should have just come in.
I kept saying, wait, because Howard's about to break. Because you were going to break like 20
he
minutes
can come
ago.
in. Greg, you can come in.
Now we'll break.
Now we'll break, though.
Greg's right. You don't understand show business.
Hey, Greg was right.
Greg.
Gary, you think you'd understand show business? You're right about him. He doesn't understand show business.
He doesn't get it.
You said you were going to break 20 minutes ago.
You could have come in. You're not the kind of guest
He was
that...
walking for the door twice, and he keeps stopping me.
I did.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. You can't go in.
I'm the comedy police.
Howard didn't. He didn't pull on his ear like a first base coach.
Oh God,
That's
that is
Gary
a horrible.
Fitzsimmons going to the impression.
He didn't give the sign.
I've never done one before.
I've never heard him do an impression.
That makes Craig Gass's
Is that
Gary
your
so good.
first Baba Booey impression?
It's my first impression ever. I feel pretty good about
Let
it.
me hear that. What is that,
Fitzsimmons is the only guy
Gary?
that doesn't have a Christopher Walken that I know.
What is that, Gary?
Greg, you can't go in yet. It's
The Godfather.
How did I get old and feeble?
You're Vito Corleone. Right before he died. Right before he eats the tomato.
You know why I don't do impressions? Because I actually have a comedic voice of my own.
You don't need to be another person.
I don't need a guitar or puppet or impressions.
Hold on, Greg. I'm going to write that down.
Where does ventriloquism stand on your... is that show business? Is that an embarrassment or is
It's
that...
an embarrassment.
It is.
Yeah. You know
Because I
what the
saw
worst
on
is?
America's Got Talent, the guy got a $100 million contract in Vegas. This guy who's
He's
a puppet.
a ventriloquist?
He's a ventriloquist,
Well, is there
yeah.
something
Yeah, Fitzsimmons, where's your...
Sit down,
The
Johnny.
guy's got a little dummy.
What do you got, asthma? Sit down.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love it. Artie starts to yell something and it turns into a wheeze.
I'm a little overweight.
Jesus Christ.
Should go beat up your neighbor again.
Go ahead.
I just believe that. What was the question?
I don't know. Let's play the gossip game.
The question was, what do you think of ventriloquists?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like if you can come up with something that's funny. Why run it through somebody else? It's always like, I didn't say it, that guy did.
The puppet said it.
Yeah.
Right.
Howard, you know what I always hear when I'm hanging around with comedians is they all hate. This is a term. They hate prop comedians.
Right.
Prop comedians aren't real comedians.
Is there any prop comedian you ever had any respect for?
I like the Amazing Wid.
He was good?
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's just like if
Amazing Jonathan's funny.
It's not that I don't think they're valid, and I don't have any problem with what they do. It's just not what I enjoy.
Right.
You know, I just
you like
feel,
to hear somebody talk as themselves about their life or their observations.
Yeah, but I'm never bitter about someone's success. Like when Carrot Top, I came on here once and I shit on Carrot Top just because it was easy.
It's a punchline.
And then I was at the Improv like a week later in Hollywood, and we were waiting for the valet guy to pull up our cars, and he was standing next to me.
Right.
And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I didn't really know him. I met him once or twice, and he's like,
hey, man, why are you shitting on me?
No, I said, hey, I'm sorry about what I said on Howard. I know why he knew. Because he came on the next week and you played it for him. That's right.
Right.
What
kind of scumbag would do that?
Just in case you missed this.
Right.
No, well, I think it was Baba Bad News pulled it, I'm sure.
Right.
We all do. It's a team effort.
And so I apologized, and he immediately let me off the hook. He's like, hey, man, we're all comics. We're just kidding around, blah, blah. And I felt even more like a piece of shit, because if he'd been mad at me, then we could have had some conflict and gotten it. And then I realized, I thought about it a lot, and I was like, well, why am I begrudging anybody their living?
Sure.
Or,
he's not
like
taking
him.
money out of you.
Yeah.
Pocket. By the way, I do want to mention that tonight it's Super Fan Roundtable with Mutt. Mutt, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, tonight we're going to talk about the conclusion of the Bowie contest. You guys had Dustin Hoffman and Marissa Tomei calling in the same day.
Tomei?
Mel Torme?
Mel?
Yeah, she scats when she acts.
Go ahead, Mutt.
So the fans want to know, did the fans actually outproduce Gary? And then Gary always says on the wrap-up show that sometimes he likes the D-list, C-list guests better than the A-list guests. So we had a couple A-listers. I want to see, would they like to see Gary find more A-listers like this?
All right.
Also, you have Boys Night Out coming out, so that'll be a fun thing to talk about, who's going to go, who shouldn't be allowed to go. But more importantly, are you gay and faggot for getting watery eyes because Beth left town? So we're going to talk about that.
Sounds like a full agenda.
And also, you were really shocked about, before you've been shocked that, like, the pace beats his dog to train him, and now you were shocked that somebody got a lick in. It was that football player that was in earlier this week. So I like this whole Howard's against beating topic. So I want to talk to people how they feel.
Imagine that. I'm against beatings.
Yeah.
Pretty controversial.
Don't train kids with beatings. Don't train dogs with beatings.
Well, of course not. You don't need to.
Not even kids?
To hit a kid is humiliating, and you humiliate the child.
I washed my son's mouth out with soap last week.
You did?
Yeah, and it was weird because I've never...
You know what? That is despicable.
I don't know. You know what?
You don't know? That's horrible.
Is he using the leaf blower wrong?
For what reason? He cursed?
Well, here's what it is. He said something which then his sister picked up on. And the thing is, she's starting first grade.
Right.
She doesn't even know what it means, and now she's saying it. So we spoke to him about it. We spoke to him about it again. And then when he said it again, I got really angry because school was starting, and all I pictured was her getting sent to the principal, humiliated in front of her class, sent home. And so I took him in the bathroom, and I washed his mouth out with soap.
You're joking.
I swear to God. And I've never hit him. I don't even yell at him.
Was he crying during this?
He was screaming, Daddy, anything but that.
So why would you do that?
Because there comes a point where I feel like my wife is not firm at all.
Greg, listen to me.
That's crazy.
Listen
to poison the kid.
Okay, let's say your wife's a pushover.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is a pain in the ass because then you feel like you're the only parent who has any sort of discipline.
And you're the bad guy.
And you're the bad guy. But that's really bad. Like, I'm saying that's as bad as belting your kid.
No.
Absolutely.
Why?
And his son is 20.
Why? How old is your kid?
He'll be 9 in a
You're
couple
the
weeks.
guy he looks up to. You're the guy who's setting the way he's going to be the rest of his life. You're teaching him how he's going to be with his kids. And let me tell you something. To take a kid and that's just taking the easy way out. You think that that's going to solve his problem of whatever? What was he saying that was so bad?
You were frustrated.
Yeah.
And
so he
instead
lost
of
out.
dealing with the situation,
that's not true. No, I parent.
You took that out.
I parent
on him.
very
What if you
consistently.
what if you
very
sat down
black
with
and
him?
white. I warn him about things, and then afterwards, I sat with him for 45 minutes and we talked about it. and he was hugging me, and we were
Of course,
so
you're his
close
father.
for like 3 days.
my
He felt no kids want to be
They
told
need
what to do.
boundaries, but they don't need their mouths washed out with soap.
Well, what if your child?
That's
What if your
traumatic.
child is in a situation where he is literally putting his younger sister,
Yeah, what did
in
he
a
say?
situation where she'd be
That's a
humiliated?
ridiculous scenario, number one. Number two, you don't have the proper communication.
Why is that a ridiculous scenario?
Because that's something that might happen. It's not something that did
She
happen.
said it 3 times.
But it didn't happen in school. The scenario you're
because
watching
school hadn't
his
started
mouth
yet.
out.
School is starting the following week. How do
My point here, Greg,
I will not
is-
allow my daughter to be set up for failure.
My point here, Greg, is your son was asking for attention.
No.
Yes.
I built a tree fort with him last week. I spent about 40 hours on it instead of writing a fucking script.
Again,
he wants me to leave him alone.
You're missing something, and instead of getting what he's trying to tell you, you're washing his mouth out with soap.
No, you haven't gone to enough therapy, Robin. And you have a lot of you have all
Greg,
this
listen to me.
pain
Can
and
I get in
trauma
on
that
this?
needs to be done. And you've been to too much therapy.
All right, listen to me. Forget it. Forget that. If my father had watched, there were times you can emasculate a kid. You're the big one. You're the strong adult. You got to look at it from a kid's point of view. And you're saying to this kid, there's no other way I can get through to you than to take you physically, hold your head, open your mouth, and stick a bar of soap in it.
Yeah, you might as well say he's stupid.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't even imagine what that says to a kid. It says, like, my father doesn't know how to talk to me. We're not getting to the bottom of this. Can I ask you, what was he saying that was so terrible?
He said, sucking balls.
Okay, sucking balls.
You suck balls.
All right. So
That's funny.
And I mean, look at you. You curse all the time. You use bad language.
No, and I've said to him, look, when you're alone at your friend's house at a sleepover, you guys can talk that way. If you want to talk to me that way, I said, but your sister's 6, and 3 times I've asked you not to speak this way and show responsibility.
So what was his answer? Why did he feel that he needed to keep saying sucking balls in front of the sister?
He says, I don't know, but what he's doing is he's challenging, he's finding the boundaries.
Well, wait a second, though. When you said to him, son, I've asked you 3 times, and you're unable to comply with this, why do you keep doing it? What did he say?
First he said he didn't, and
He didn't
had
what?
heard
That he didn't say it?
Yes.
Okay, so, well, I heard it. Why do you keep doing it?
And he says, I don't know. And I said, but I've told you 3 times you can't do it
All right,
because
so-
JoJo's going to get in a lot of trouble.
Right.
And then he does it again, and then eventually you have to look.
But why not try taking TV away for a week or something that's maybe appropriate rather
Something
than...
that would be harder than washing his mouth out with soap.
Right.
Harder?
Yeah, because you'd have to actually carry through. You'd have to make sure you did something.
I had to hold his head while I put the soap in.
That was ridiculous.
No.
And I mean, you're dominating your son. I mean, you're taking your son physically and dominating him.
Only because you're
emasculating
bigger.
him.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a parent does. You dominate your child.
No, you don't humiliate them, and you don't physically abuse them. That's abuse.
That's not abuse.
That absolutely is.
No, it's soap.
Psychiatrists
It's not
have said
poisonous.
The most awful thing you can do to a child is humiliate.
I never humiliate my child.
Oh, washing his mouth out with soap,
No,
treating him.
That was a very firm consequence for
That's
something he's been
wild.
told again and again not to do.
Fred, you're a parent. What do you think?
That's a no. That's no in the parents' dictionary. Sorry.
Right.
Wow.
Can't be done. And not only that,
Fred.
where was your involvement with the daughter? You have to teach your daughter that it's not right to say those things either.
Yes, I spoke with her.
Or you can do a thing or what you do is you say, you can say that, go ahead, go crazy. Say it all you want right now. Let's get it out of our system.
What did your wife
Make
think
it
when
less
she heard that you did
enticing.
this?
She was on board.
She was on board with it?
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
But
Maybe she's afraid not to be.
I had
Maybe
not.
You'll wash her mouth out.
With your cock. We don't know what he's doing to her.
I had not talked to her about it before, and that's the one thing I felt bad about. Is normally we discuss how we're going to handle discipline.
I guarantee you she didn't like it.
So you
She said she
admit
had no
this
problem
was a
with it.
spur of the moment thing. You just did it.
It was a gut thing, but at the same thing, it was not a violent thing. I was not angry when I
Yes,
did
you
it.
were.
It was very
You
matter of
were
fact.
You did it out of
Able
anger.
to do this because he's smaller and you're physically larger.
Oh yeah, that's my thing. I never pick on bigger guys. That's what I do all
No, it's not
day.
the point. I'm talking again.
All day?
He's not looking at it from, well, my dad beats up everybody. He's like, my dad just beat me up.
And so if I do something my dad disapproves of, or something where, my dad gets angry, he's going to physically hold my head open and wash my mouth out with soap.
He's
mean, that's
gonna
crazy.
manhandle me.
You got to
What
stop
if you have
that.
a child that is consistently testing the boundaries
You
and
gotta
going
work it
past
out.
it
You gotta-
again and again and again?
You could come up with appropriate punishments.
So you
I don't
gotta-
say there's anything wrong with setting limits and saying, listen, you're acting inappropriately, and I have to punish you for that because you're not listening to me. And so your punishment will be...
And if you actually knew the child, you'd know what to take away.
Oh, I don't know my child, Robin?
I don't know. You had
You
to
don't.
wash his mouth out with soap.
But that's a big leap, isn't it, that
When
I
I
don't know
ground-
my
I'm
child?
simply saying you would know exactly what to take away.
How do you know that? Have you had children?
Yes.
She does. She has my child.
You don't have children, do you?
It's secret, but I have a child.
No, I love that. She doesn't go to therapy, never been married, never has children, but she can tell me how well I know my son.
I raised children, and I was a pediatric nurse.
That doesn't mean anything. You are an
I used to
academic.
have to handle
She can... Listen,
30 kids on a unit
That were
at one
not
time.
your children.
Listen, I have three...
I still had to handle them.
I have
That's
three
different.
daughters. I never hit them. I never washed their mouth out with soap.
Yes.
Never.
Yes, but you...
And I was probably considered the disciplinarian in the family.
I know, but who's to say that that's right or wrong? I think that parents today no
No, it
longer
is
trust
right.
their guts at all. They've
No.
been over...
That's all out of anger. That thing you did was out of anger and frustration.
I think
There's
that
a better way to approach
school
that.
was happening the next week, and I felt like this is a situation that has to be handled, or my daughter is going to be in a situation where she is going to be humiliated
You don't
herself.
even know that was going to happen.
She was saying it again and again.
So what? You didn't know she was going to say it at school. You could sit her down and say,
And
listen,
maybe you could have dealt with her and telling her what's appropriate and what's not.
I didn't want her to think that sucking balls was something that I didn't want to put a light on it. I wanted to kind of let it go away.
As long as she's just saying it, not
so
doing it.
instead of dealing with your daughter, you're dealing with your son as well.
all right, Mr. Collier from Child Protective Services is on the phone. I will see you tonight on Superfan Roundtable. Yes?
I didn't mean to cause so much activity.
That's
over
okay. That's fine. Mr. Collier, go ahead.
Yes, this is Mr. Collier from Child Protective Services. First of all, I'm personally appalled. That's almost like sodomy to a child. Sticking something in his mouth forcefully is sodomy.
Who is this?
This is Child Protective Services.
Yeah.
Mr.
Collier.
Yeah,
Mr. Collier.
No. Listen, shut up, dude.
Weren't you and your brother held up in that house?
No, I think a lot of kids today. And look, I'm not writing a book on parenting, and I'm not saying.
No?
God.
I'm not saying.
I think you should.
I'm not saying what I did
Alls
was
I know
for
is-
everybody.
All I know is you didn't say it. No.
The book is called All I Know Is.
My kid don't fuck up.
This is a. Shut up! Who the fuck?
Wait,
shut
let
up.
Mr. Collier
No.
say-
I don't
Mr.
want somebody on the air pretending. Some
Mr.
people are gonna think
Collier-
he's really from Protective Service.
Are you
That's all
really
I
from
need.
Child Protective Services?
Yes, I am, Mr. Stern, and I listen to your show every day. I had to pull over on the side of the road because I'm so appalled with Mr. Fitzsimmons.
Really?
I'd like to set up an appointment. He's an inch away from sodomizing that child for real. Like,
No, it's more an inch. Just because I'm Irish, it's only an inch.
All right, listen, we got to get on to something else.
Yes,
Don't
please.
do that anymore.
Okay, thank you, Howard. Thank
All
you,
right.
Robin, for your input.
I don't
Let me
think
know
that
also
guy
about
was
what
from.
sunscreens would be best for me, because you're probably
I gotta tell you
suited to
something.
give advice on that also.
I would suggest
That's what
15.
your reaction was way over the top.
Yes, it was.
There were other steps you could have taken.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
You could have donkey punched him.
Someday, someday we'll see. My son will grow up, and we'll be able to check in and see how he
I'm
turned
not
out.
saying your son will be completely damaged from this, but he is going to have a feeling about you that is less than, I should say, good. Yeah.
Well, that's only for time to tell, Howard Stern.
Yeah. Well, listen, go into therapy, ask a therapist about it, and change your ways before it's too late. That's my advice to you.
My parenting
Daddy
is a
can't be
work in
trusted.
progress.
Daddy can't be trusted.
Well, Daddy can be trusted to do exactly, consistently
No.
what he says he'll do.
Jeff the Drunk is on the air. Hi, Jeff. Hello? Jeff? Well, I don't hear him now.
Where'd he go?
Oh, yeah,
there
quickly.
you are.
Come on, you're wasting my time and everyone else's.
My mother washed my mouth out with soap.
Oh, my
Look
God.
at what he turned into.
All right, I made a mistake. I know.
How did you feel when your mother washed your mouth out with soap?
I needed a beer.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have feelings of inadequacy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that ain't speaking the truth right there.
That honestly, that broke through.
Right.
Howard, I have feelings of inadequacy. I don't feel adequate.
I'm telling you, here's a guy who's telling you his mother washed his mouth out with soap. He can't even get out of his trailer.
So, Greg, in 40 years when your son's living in a car.
I'll tell you, I wish he'd wash his mouth out right now.
Greg, you're getting a lot of shit in there, man, for how you discipline your child.
It's really amazing to me because, I mean, a lot of people say this, but it's true with me. Like, being a parent is the number one thing on my agenda. And I read a lot of books. I haven't drank in 19 years. Me and my wife talk incessantly about how to be good parents and send them to the right schools, the extra classes. And in one moment, I did that, and I never thought that it was really bad. And all of a sudden, I was surrounded by a committee that had decided my fate. And I got to think about it. I couldn't in there. You know, that's not a place you can be on a fence. You know, when you're in studio, you have to have an opinion that you defend. And so I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, but for now, I gotta just go sit in a room alone and maybe put some soap in my mouth and think about whether or not what I did was abusive. I don't think it was.
So they have you second guessing yourself now?
Yes, and that's rare. I rarely second guess myself.
Now, what do you think about when Robin said something like, you might not know your son?
That was the only thing that I actually thought was a little over the line, because my son, I spend a phenomenal amount of time with him. He's a great kid, and she has a cat that she's spending more money on than I've spent, I think, on my child's education. So priority-wise, I don't comment on whether or not you should spend more on a cat than maybe you donate it to a third world country where children are dying every day. But whatever, I guess we can all sit back and judge each other.